Good evening, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by lLood Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at lLoodDolphin21 on Twitter, and on Twitch and YouTube it's lLoodDolphin, no digits. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Bottom of the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, and Aeon's End are available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices, and Spirit Island is officially launched on Steam, and you can find more information on those games at Handelabra.com. Hello Seamus, hello Raze, hello DF, and time for another flawless asterisk victory indeed. Yeah, let's see how this goes. We are doing Prime Wardens. You can actually see on the intro screen what the 5 environments are. I should remember to note this out next time, since, I mean, I usually read out the, descriptions, but today I decided I would just, start with the usual intro. Hockey on one screen, lLood on another. Fine. At least I'm on one screen. Hello, Origami Swami. Good evening. Let's see, we have Prime Wardens versus OblivAeon, and we are fighting in a number of environments. We are in the Nexus of the Void, that's one of them, and we have the one with vampires. Why can I not remember this name now? Let's put on the spot. No, freak out. We have Maerynian Refuge. We have Final Wasteland. We have not Refuge. What the? We have Enclave of the Endlings, not the Refuge of the Endlings. Court of Blood. That's what it's called. Okay, we got it. Silence! The Prime Wardens are united in glorious harmony. Alright, whatever Argent sounds like. Probably not that. So Yoshi Knight is going to miss the Prime Wardens unless we end up with a flawless victory. Last month we had a flawless victory. It's possible. It's possible. We have Citizen Storm up first. This is a good start. We have the Arc of Unreality, which brings forth Progeny, who doesn't have anything to say. And in the other battle zone, we have Void Soul. Yes? No? Maybe so? Not Void Soul. This is not Void Soul. It's Sanction. Everyone is Void Soul. Inevitable Destruction card. OblivAeon is here. The Abyss Stares Back. Good to start that. So now we can reveal the top card of his deck, although he has, a bajillion of those. X equals 5 minus the number of hero character cards dealt damage this way. Well, that's good. We're going to have 0 devastation tokens from this. We just only have, 8 damage to each of us on the start of the game. It's basically an Iron Legacy game. But it's good to have 8 damage on Progeny. Keep him in check at the very start. OblivAeon is Valley Girl. OblivAeon's like, oh my god. You guys have this world, and I'm totally going to, destroy it! Christopher Anatomy's Valley Girl. I didn't even remember that they did that. I haven't listened to the Lars page in forever. Alright. Oh, I remember Christopher's voice for Wager Master. It was just the best. But that was 4 years ago. I don't even know if he still uses that voice. Let's see what's going on. So, usual strategy, kind of just leave the heroes clumped in one battle zone because, well, I guess we don't necessarily have to do that, but that's what we've been doing lately because having a devastation token from a hero in cap is about the same as having a devastation token for one Scion in a battle zone with no heroes. But let's see. So what's going on here? Whenever a hero enters this battle zone, add a token to this card, and OblivAeon deals that hero 2 lightning damage. So we have to go into the other battle zone and come back, unless OblivAeon, moves away, in which case that's annoying. He also is going to deal us damage when we do that, so this is going to be a very hurty game. And on the flip side, he destroys an environment card. We can discard 2 cards to prevent the destruction at the end of OblivAeon's turn. If there are 3 environment cards in play, remove this card from the game. So we need environment cards. We need to stop environment cards from leaving play. We need to leave environment cards in play. And it's kind of tough if we're playing in environments that only play single cards. Although we do have, you know, Elemental Awakening, we have shifting biomes. So there's some possibilities there. Whenever I have the shield, I need to shout things like, "Killing spree! Unstoppable!" Okay. Not sure why, but okay. Almost always some cultural reference that I never get. So Progeny here. Gets tokens when he's dealt damage, deals damage based on tokens. Adds a token at the end of his turn, flips when there are 5. Then it's damage reduction by X and damage dealt based on X. Yeah, ooh, geez, that's painful. Should we just all go to the other battle zone? Sanction might be better, right? Sanction only discards things. Deals the hero with the lowest 3. Well, that makes the lowest HP target lowester. Oh, it's a YouTube video. I'll be sure to check it after the stream. So Sanction is going to discard a lot of Cyan cards. Flips when all the Cyan cards are shuffled in. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 2. If 4 damage is dealt this way, flip this card. Yeah, I don't particularly like that, but I think that dealing with Sanction is better than dealing with Progeny. So let's move to the second battle zone. We do have to clean up the Aeon men. By the way, what do we have working for us today? We have Prime Wardens Origins up to likes company texts, also bottom of decks. There's a card draw company. There's a use a power, which she doesn't have any other powers right now. And we have Prime Wardens Fanatic, who deals herself damage, plays top card of her deck, and allows for a power usage. There's Prime Wardens Tempest, who is dealt damage based on cards entering play, and has some damage reduction means. We can actually get... We have Elemental Subwave and Otherworldly. We can make this be 1 damage, but we don't really have many cards to utilize that with. Haka, who can allow for Haka cards to spread around. Doesn't have any Haka cards, but can play 2 cards if he so wanted. And Cosmic, who, whenever constructs are destroyed, shuffles it and either draws or plays, and he has a construct. And a harsh defense. So I'm not pro Jenny. Yes, I am con Jenny. Whenever you get OblivAeon weekly one-shots and you want to have themed ones like this that go according to the Shield-specific team-ups Christopher and Adam talked about. Do you notice another thing that's happening? Obviously Prime Warden's here, but there's another thing. There's something else. Whoa, Christopher is actually here. Pressure. All right, we're on our A game. Citizen Storm is here. Destroys a hero ongoing card. 12 damage. Oh, geez, and I only have ongoing cards. Oh, geez. I'm just gonna shuffle this. I don't like Citizen Storm. Oh, shit. Time and time again. If at least 12 cards are shuffled into decks, and then we get Chronoist. Christopher and Adam reading letters to you. Christopher and Adam. Vernal Sonata. Card draw. You get Christopher twice in a week. I chose the environments as well. But what about the environments in particular? Let's just remind ourselves. We have Nexus of the Void. We have Court of Blood. We have Maerynian Refuge, the Final Wasteland, and the Enclave of the Endlings. Seeing as I couldn't remember what they were. I only put this game together in like 30 seconds, so... So I guess that kind of spoils the fact that whatever it is, it's not a very well much thought thing. Environments are based on the heroes, yes. Technically Enclave isn't, but it is an energy-based environment. It's kind of, sort of, but not really. I mean, like, Nexus makes sense, Court of Blood makes sense, Maerynian Refuge makes sense, Final Wasteland makes sense, and then what works here? Do we have an England environment yet? Scottish environment? I'm bringing the England adversary in and make it an environment. Move to the second battle zone. Fun things are here. we'll certainly have you take on that objective. We'll now need to get things in trash piles. Emboldened, do you have another power yet? You do not. That would be great on Argent Adept, who can actually heal that right back up. One of the lore masters is here. Oh, geez. I have to be thematic now. Whew. So as Fnatic equipped her absolution, she thought to herself how great and powerful this sword was, and how mighty and divine this makes her. I can't do this. I am not Tales from the Archive. I don't know what else. I mean, play a top card and then other things happen. I could embolden Fnatic, but we don't necessarily have the powers. I'm going to do Absolution. We're going to look at our top card. Our top card is End of Days. Yes, I do like to start with an End of Days. Yes. Well, since this is an End of Days, though, and all we have is, well, this destroys all cards. That's going to destroy this objective, right? Because this is a card. How much do I object to this? End of beginning of End of Days. So can we deal with it? You don't have ongoing destruction. Where's Citizen Storm? Citizen Storm, help us! Nope, he's gone. Yeah, you don't have ongoing destruction ever. So that's kind of just gonna happen, right? All right, we're losing time and time again, so bye Chronoist, and we're losing Counterpoint Bulwark. Actually, could we theoretically get time and time again? Each player may discard any number of cards, then shuffle, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna draw a card, you'll have 4 cards. We could get another card draw off of this. You have 5 cards, that's 9. There's 1 in your trash, that's 10. Except I forgot to account for actual card draw. So that's 4 from Fnatic, 6 here, that's 10, plus 1 is 11. Poop. Poop! I could get it, then destroy End of Days with Sacrosanct. How do I get it, though? I mean, yeah, it'd be great if I could get this and play a card, but we have to have what? We have only 1 card there, 0 cards there. We get another card play off of this. This could be a one-shot. That's probably my only bet. Put the bottom card of my deck into play. Oh no, it's not a one-shot. Oh. Yeah, I don't have the other heroes with me, so it's not going to work at all. Oh well. That was fun. I want to get instruments for Argent Adept. So let's see, that's 4, that's 6, that's 1, that's 11, so we can't get this. We could shuffle a trash into a deck. Do we need that Infernal Sonata back? Of course I do. There's the other copy. Alright, fine. We found both End of Days. They were both top 2 cards of her deck. Of course they were. Of course they were. Well, I guess seeing as though this other environment is just going away. At the end of your turn, if there are more hero targets than non-hero targets in this battle zone, flip this card. First battle zone, 3 targets. First battle zone, 2 non-hero targets. Okay, so we get this for free if we don't move. Because if we do move, there would be 3 hero targets, 4 non-heroes. So this does make sense to take and stay with. So no, take on this objective. We get Cursor. Cursor is also going to provide a damage reduction to Tempest, which is really nice with Arc of Power. We get a super, super defensive Tempest here. Otherworldly Resilience, Elemental Subwave Inducer, and Cursor. Cool. What do I do though? Vicious Cyclone is played next to? Yeah, I don't care about that just yet. We don't have cards, and we're gonna play a lot of cards. Otherworldly, and you could also play Elemental Subwave. And I don't really need to Lightning Slash Progeny, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Lightning Slash one-shots most of the Aeon men. Yay, Cursor! This also provides a +1 from non-character card hero targets. So, hello, Vitality Conduit. Do you feel like dealing damage? Oh, nope, you don't deal damage. Oh, well. I mean, you can, but not immediately. Cursor, by the way, doesn't really work well with Requital Captain Cosmic now, does it? Yeah, so when each construct deals Requital Captain Cosmic 2 damage, yeah, sure, that's now 3 damage. Extra punishment. So what's happening now? We have Create Contraption. At the end of your turn, each player may discard any number of cards. Whenever an equipment card is discarded, add a token. When there are 6 tokens, flip this. It's a good Chekhov's hairdryer. We have 1 equipment. And that's it. You don't have equipments. You don't have equipments. I mean, you do, but not in your hand. Stay there, I guess. You might probably just play Taiaha or Dominion. Well, Dominion's actually counterproductive to our goal. I mean, not really, but whenever an environment card is destroyed, you may draw a card. I don't want environments to be destroyed. We need to destroy the shield. We gotta get tokens on this, then we have to have 3 cards in play, so that's annoying. We get 2 card plays if we wanted. I guess Vitality Surge isn't terrible. You do, you did take some damage. You can take some back. Could punish the weak in case there's a hero dealing damage effect. Stay there, take on that objective. You'll enjoy it. Let's go Vitality Surge. Let's see what we get out of that. Punish the weak number 2. Let's go ahead and play. I kind of like Punish the Weak, but it is going to definitely make me not want to look at OblivAeon with it. But I can always destroy it when I need to. But Punish the Weak is a very good card for having Haka not hurt heroes as much. So that's what I like about it. Let's not do that just yet. We're not in a rush to get that. The next one is Summon the Colosseum. Whenever hero target deals damage 2 or more to multiple targets, deals 1 target 4 damage at once, or destroys the target, add a token. So let's get as many constructs as we can in play and destroy them all and summon the Colosseum, right? So your base power cares about constructs being in play, so we should definitely put a construct in play, I should say. Yeah, don't move. Take on the objective. Let Fnatic blow up the other environment or other battle zone. I guess that does take care of the Aeon Men elements, which is decent. But take that. Put it next to Cursor. Actually, Cursor is counterproductive to this card actually working, but I'm gonna put this on Tempest. Well, Tempest is already a super tank. Or no, that Tempest needs healing as well. Put it next to Cursor and keep the damage reduction, I guess, in case there ever is. I mean, it's only the first time any target in this battle zone is dealt damage, right? Oh, right. Actually, Vitality Conduit is only in this battle zone. So if it doesn't get the -4, then it's a bit better. But that's probably fine. Put the -4 in this battle zone, or get the -4 from this battle zone and keep Cursor a little bit more alive. We can control it, make sure that it is dealt damage when it needs to heal Cursor. Maybe. Go ahead, activate this. Get a Cosmic Weapon, which is not an equipment. Nexus of the Void gives us Ember Dunes. At the end of the environment turn, deal each target 1 fire damage. Well, you could put this on Tempest. Well, he already has Otherworldly Resilience. He's not being dealt this damage. Vitality Conduit has nothing to heal, so let's give it something to heal. There. progeny is certain finality that was irreducible. Okay. Well, at least that was at least that stopped things from happening. This would have hit Cursor otherwise. Which, I mean, Cursor would have survived, but we at least activated this power, and with this power I bring forth Cosmic Weapon. Tempest doesn't currently, I guess, oh, he has Grievous Hailstorm, never mind, he has power. You have Taiaha. I guess we could give this to Cosmic in case we don't want to use his base power. We could give it to someone to have a second power so they could be emboldened or dynamic siphoned. We've already used up the minus because of stupid rules. You just got lost by a bunch of rules. Alright. Bye, everything. I don't think order matters. Yeah, who made those stupid rules? Christopher and Adam making rules for you. Christopher and Adam. Damage. Damage. Fnatic is hurting. Deal each target in the game damage by Fnatic. So that was a fun Fnatic round, wasn't it? Cursor is reducing this. How much do we need it reduced by? Cosmic Weapon is still going to die. Well, Cosmic Weapon is not even affected by things, so we'll just go ahead and do that. That does make you retaliate. What do you want to do, sir? You can't really react in a way that would help in any capacity. Let's have you draw a card. Yes? Draw. Go ahead, hit Sanction. Where did Time and Time go when it was destroyed? Oh. Oh, you mean... Okay, yeah, because it was this. It is a rule somewhere that when an objective is destroyed, it goes to the bottom of the objective pile. So it should be back in here. Maybe? Unless I'm not looking at the right one. Right, it's... Oh wait, because this is alphabetical. No, it is alphabetical by objective. It should be in there. Where is it? I mean, that's obviously not there. It's gone. It's obviously not there, but should be in the mission deck. Ah, nope, nope, no. Am I just blind? It's gone. If it were Citizen Storm or another target mission, would you have actually gotten the reward? Now that's an actually very interesting question there. Yes, and then the reward would be destroyed. Well, it should be on the bottom of the mission deck, but we definitely don't see it. So now this game has another asterisk in it. But let's see. Cursor is reducing this by 4. This is 7 and 7, so that's 14. Cursor's gone anyway, so we might as well just put the damage reduction on Tempest. Because 14 damage is too much. Hit Progeny, doesn't really matter. It was on Fnatic, you wonder if it went to her trash. Yeah, let's see. Let's go here for a second. It's probably, yeah, resets this, but no, it's not there. Not there. Not there. It's not there. It's not there. Well, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in the trash. But it's definitely not there. Or not trash, but back in the mission. Should I report this? I could send feedback for it. Should I do this so that you have a save file to look at? I'll start typing just in case you want me to. Should be easy to reproduce though. Okay, well I'll still give it to you. Can't submit with email because my email client is Chrome. Doesn't really work right. But John knows it's my bug. Alright. We use up Tempests. Did. Let's do this. I don't think the order actually matters at this point, but oh, these are some painful rounds that we have here. Plus, we have to soak blows from OblivAeon anyway. I mean, the creator is right here. Hey, Christopher, what's supposed to happen? Christopher and Adam making up some rules for you. Oh, and also destroys the armor cards. All right, well, we're back to square one. What'd you miss? We destroyed an objective by end of days, which I believe per the rules means the objective goes to the bottom of the mission deck. But it doesn't seem to be there. Maybe it will appear if we replace Fnatic, but I don't know. All right, well, what do we do? Get a new version of Fnatic? One that is better and stronger than ever before? Or should we bring in a hero that might solve problems that we have? I like solving problems that we have, but I don't know what the problems are because we're back at square one. Heroes that could perhaps deal with Aeon Men are nice. End of Days deals with Aeon Men. John thinks it's just a bug. Go ahead, ping him on Slack anyway. Because I said so. It's a major setback. I mean, I might just be a mere stream stuntman, but I am quite the mighty skyscraper in terms of the streaming community. Community. Yes. Yeah, let's see what we get when we replace with the hero. So yeah, what do I want here? What works best? Damage dealing heroes? I mean, we do have good damagers here. Like Tempest with Grievous Hailstorm will do a lot of damage there. Haka with Tayaha will do a lot of damage there. So maybe I don't need the damage dealers so much. Ongoing Destruction? We have 3 heroes that don't have Ongoing Destruction. Like, Chrono Ranger does not have Ongoing Destruction. Argent Adept is really good at Ongoing Destruction once he's set up. He has the melodies for it, but he doesn't have the instruments for it. So should we bring in someone who can do more consistent Ongoing Destruction? I guess we're not really worried about ongoing cards. They're very few and far in between, but would have been nice to be able to destroy End of Days. You need a hero who can move battle zones with impunity and be immune to damage. Is there a hero whose base power is change battle zones? If not, I think there should be a hero whose base power is change battle zones. Get someone who plays an extra environment cards. That is a really good one, I think. Damage immunity is nice and it solves the immediate problem, but getting environment cards in play is something that we do need to consider very strongly. So what? Rook City Wraith does that, right? Discard it or play it? Yep, that's one play. Doesn't Skyscraper in some capacity also do that? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of I would really like to view these other versions of Skyscraper here. Oh well. Power, move to the other battle zone. If there is no other battle zone, move to another game of Sentinels. Oh man, how about we just make 5D Sentinels? You know, like 5D chess, but with Sentinels. Move back one turn, creating a divergent timeline. I mean, I guess Sentinels in the Multiverse is already about multiple timelines and multiverses and all that, but still, you know, actual time travel mechanics. Well, okay, yeah, there are heroes. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up now. Omnitron X also. Omnitron X can get some damage reduction going too. What am I feeling like? I'm feeling like Omnitron X. I like him. All lives are flickering sparks. I will remove those sparks. New primary directive. Prevent total reality obliteration. Alright, so what we have here, you don't have an objective because you didn't take one. At the end of your turn, if at least 5 cards were destroyed this turn, flip this card. That would have been amusing with End of Days, maybe, but... Prime Wardens. Captain Cosmic could theoretically get that. OblivAeon is already 5D Sentinels. Fair point. Let's see, you're in Battle Zone 1. If I leave you in Battle Zone 2, we could move you to Battle Zone 1. Captain, or Argent Adept can't move, though. Do you have damage reductions? No. Well, that's a shame. What about the Nega Guys hero variant? Base power, comically overpowered. Power, win the game. Incapabilities. Number 1. Revive Guys. Guys draws 5,000 cards. Incapability number 2. Revive all heroes. All heroes draw all cards and play all cards and use all powers. Incapability number 3. Win the game. Make it to an official record that Guys won the game. He's hamstrung against Cargo when she says you cannot win the game. Well, power. You may win the game even if another card says you cannot. Done. Plus a you may, just in case it's not to your benefit to win the game. Oh, yeah, we'll move you to Battle Zone 1. You can't move, you'll die. How many devastation tokens are we at? 4? Yeah, that's a lot. I'll take that. I mean, the reward isn't even that particularly great, but shuffling isn't going to do much other than put time and time again back, assuming it's actually in the deck, which I don't have any idea. I forgot to check. It's not there. Time and time again is gone. Bye, Chronoist. It was nice knowing you. Okay, is there a card whose a company we could utilize 1 damage or use a power? Well, both of those are rather annoying. I'm gonna go with Syncopated Onslaught. Let's put the bottom card. It's Silver Shadow. I can activate this text. Lots of damage. We do have a Grievous Hailstorm. We do have a not a bunker, a Haka. I guess you're technically in Battle Zone 1, but we're gonna probably bring you over here. But Punish the Weakened Taha is 4 damage. I mean, you basically have these already basically taken out. But if I do this on Aeon Thrall, then Grievous Hailstorm takes out Aeon Thrall, so that's probably better. Oh, you also can draw a card or play a card. Is there a card play that makes sense? I don't know that Vernal Sonata is going to keep us alive, but I mean, this does increase Argent Adept's hit points by 25%. New goal. Remove all missions from the game due to bug. Yeah, I don't want to draw that. I need to draw something else. Like this card. That can be used. I could move this card to another hero's play area. Nah, that's fine. We could double up on an objective somewhere, I guess, but... Okay, move. Hi, OblivAeon, how are you? Ow! It's like that scene from Community where the guy walks in with pizza and it's just all fired flames. Oh boy. Hellion. Can I deal with Hellion? I hazard to say I cannot. This is also going to hit everyone. This card deals your hero character card 1 damage, then deals each hero target, which is going to be you, -1, and you who's hurting. I mean, like, I do like Seraph, but I don't know that I can afford this amount of damage in addition to OblivAeon just raging. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too cautious. I don't know that that's going to be effective, though. I mean, we're not even going to have anyone here, basically, I think. Everyone's just going to move to Battle Zone 2 to deal with these. I guess Captain Cosmic technically doesn't, but Captain Cosmic also is in great pain. Although Sanction's going to put him in even more pain unless he can get a construct out, which he cannot, so I don't know. Captain Cosmic might just be some sort of sacrificial lamb. What is Progeny doing? Each hero target in the play area with the most rewards damage. Well, no one has a reward, so. We'll just take it, get it out of the deck. And look, it's the card! Not really good to find it while OblivAeon is immune to damage, but this does line up well with Tempest getting it. He gets it while he is a bit of a tank, although he did lose his tank part, but, you know, he does have a -2 to different types of damage. To a single type of damage, rather. Okay, you're using base power to get environment cards, so I could do Slip Through Time, and we can have you play Rocket Punch, and you can use Rocket Punch for things. That might make sense in some game. Nexus of the Void. Whenever an ongoing card enters play. Cool. This could block ongoing cards from entering play. Or at least OblivAeon environment cards. It could also... Oh no, this is not an ongoing. Okay, that's fine. And Rocket Punch! Great Scott. Can you survive? Oh no, you do have to move. You're moving, and it's for reasons. Take on this objective. How many cards are left? A lot. Okay. So, how can OblivAeon hit Tempest? We already played a Global Devastation that's melee and sonic. That's annoying. How many more of those is there? At least one more. Deal each target energy. I think energy. I'm feeling energy. Yeah, that's also energy. That probably makes the most sense. If you just hailstorm it up, and then that. I guess if we wanted to play more cards, we'd make it lightning damage, but we're not playing more cards just yet. Another lightning slash. All right, the next one. Yes, move. Building a king. Destroy or discard cards to get T-Rex spot. Do you want your create contraption still, though? You have an equipment. There's 2 equipments right now. What is better? I mean, this is fun and all. But it's kind of just another Taiaha, but irreducible and twice as much damage. Whereas T-Rex Bot, can we get this though? Like, we can't get this either, right? Because it's 4 cards. We could destroy equipment cards. We could destroy Rocket Punch, Taiaha, and that's it. And discard that. And you don't have any incaps. Oh, nope. What did I just skip your pre-start a turn entirely? No. I'm just dumb. Move there. Oh, because I hit meanwhile. Oh, but I didn't even do that. What am I even doing? Yeah, it probably makes sense to not trade. I don't want to shuffle. But I want to trade create contraption. Trade for Shattering Blow. Trade for Demand of the Gods. Could you get Demand of the Gods? I hazard to say you cannot. I think this is just a skip. It's okay to skip. We don't have to do things. Utilize the Punish the Weak +1. Because it's needed here. Oh, good. Enduring Intercession. Yeah, I'm still going to skip this. Hello, Captain Cosmic. If you move to Battle Zone 2, then Sanction takes you out. But you keep Argent Adept alive. So, did someone say sack? You don't want to take this because you're going to lose it. We can have you deal damage. Probably the best thing you can do. You have successfully dealt 6 damage. Yay! Yay, we got a point! Nexus gets us Devouring River. Searches in Sunlight. Progeny decided to move OblivAeon to this battle zone, put the bottom card of the Sign Reserve to bring us Aeon Master. Oh yeah, I could have traded for Demand of the Gods, which I don't care about, do I? Ah, stop, 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 stop. Can I still do that? You're in Battle Zone 2? Yeah, you could do it. It's pre-start of turn. Hello, Hoey! Who has it? Okay. Because this is a one-shot, basically. Like, exactly one shot. Whereas this could be used a couple times. Both of them are good if we're getting rid of Aeon Men, but the other one gets rid of Aeon Men and can be used several times. Oh, and look at this. I could actually just save that and move it towards that play area. Ah, sure. Sure. I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep Demand of the Gods or summon the Colosseum. ¿Por qué no los dos? Alright. OblivAeon heals 2 HP if this card is destroyed. That is the best Aeon Man to bring out. Things. This gives us extra environment plays. This gives us extra environment plays. This gives us a vampire, which is a passive vampire. Destroy 2 environment cards. Why do you have to be like this? Why are you doing the things that you do? Move each Aeon. Okay, well, that's non-existent. I'm going to keep Feast of Flesh because that gives us extra cards. And that was the sacrifice that the gods demanded. All right, so Captain Cosmic's gone. So what can we replace him with? Someone that gives us lots of equipment cards? That we could get these things? Maybe someone who also has mechanical golem cards? Or at least equipment cards? I don't know, Unity might be a fair bet. Termination Unity can have a destroyed T-Rex bot return to life. That is tempting. Yeah, let's bring Termination Unity. Your toys will not save you. Technology fails and falters about web. Okay, Mr. Chomps, it's time for you to meet your big sister. What do you have? You have 1 equipment and 1 mechanical golem. And where's OblivAeon Battle Zone 1? So whenever a hero enters this battle zone, so I could have you move there just to take damage before anything's happened. Yeah, 7 damage. Why not? This is like advanced mode. All right, the Abyss Stairs back. Great. Extra Scions. Excellent. I do like a challenge. Disorder, Deconstruction, Unmake. Faultless. Do. Aeon Thrall. Aeon Thrall. And we're gonna have a bunch of Aeon Thralls that are just destroyed immediately. Well, that's probably, again, literally the best Aeon man to have come out when it's forced like that. I guess it's healing Hellion. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Okay. This is a very hurting OblivAeon game. I mean, we can sort of control this flip. I mean, I'm kind of like, I could just sacrifice Argent Adept if we really wanted to have this happen. It's also possible that the Argent Adept sacrifice is inevitable. We'd lose some in the Colosseum, we'd lose Demand of the Gods. Those are not terrible losses, but we get another token on this. We need 5 tokens to flip this, and then we need 3 environment cards to be in play and survive. We're not really making great progress on the objective front. Yeah, I could sacrifice you to get another equipment hero. That's also going to give us a devastation token. You're at 7. Yeah, this game is not really the best. Sorry, Christopher, this isn't the best game. But it's definitely a bloodbath right now. But yeah, I think Argent Adept's not really super set up, and he's not going to get super set up. And keeping him alive is going to take too much work. So I'm going to just go ahead and sacrifice you. The Argent Adept, what would you like to do with building a king? Shuffle a mission deck or use an incapacitated ability? Well, this is funny. I've never incapped someone pre-start of turn because this is phrased. What would you like to do with building a king? Can't really do anything with it, but what would you like to do with it? Now save that there, use the incap ability so there's something here. Redirect the next damage that would be dealt to a hero target to another target. That's probably really good. Because we can move a hero into this battle zone and move that damage somewhere else. Why don't we take this damage and move it somewhere else? Yeah, I think it has to be because card draw is only benefiting that. Yeah, it has to be that. And because I don't have an active hero, I get to use an incapacitated ability. I'm not sure if this is intentional, but I mean, technically, I haven't broken the game. I just lost my hero pre-start a turn. But I don't have a start a turn or draw phase, play phase, power phase, end of turn. That is intentional. Okay, we'll do this again. I hope that that means the next two will work, or is it just the next one? I sure hope I can use it twice. I mean, I presume that when I try to redirect damage, it's going to say, what should be the source of redirection first? This card or this card? Maybe. But it's also possible that it won't work that way, and that's fine. Commodore is equipment heavy. Bunker is equipment heavy. Wraith is equipment heavy. Benchmark is equipment, sort of. He only has 10 hardwares. Those are his only equipments. I'm not sure. I mean, Expatriate's also super equipment heavy. Guns and ammo are equipment. Bring Expat. Not necessarily a good pick for an OblivAeon game, but gives me equipments. Gives me 2 equipments. Alright, so if we're going to try this, are we going to try this in Battlezone 1? The problem is there are 3 Scions here. There's also going to be 3 Devastation tokens. 3 Scions. That's a lot of Scions. There's also... well, there's only 1 Scion in Battlezone 2. We do still need to think about getting rid of those Aeon Men, but I don't know if we can actually focus too much on that. We have to, like, move heroes to Battlezone 1 for them to not be dealt too much damage so as to be taken out, which Tempest would actually be... like, he would barely survive, and then he'll die on the Scion turn. Haka would die. Well, not die immediately, but he would then die on the Scion turn. And when we move to Battlezone 1 is just going to go away. Oh yeah, the Void Slave also. Yeah, that is a complication, isn't it? So look, you only have equipment, or only ongoing cards. But actually, we could still farm this in order to get environment cards, even if the discarded card is a target put into play, if not destroy the ongoing card. Like, we could just put an ongoing card that we don't necessarily care about. If it gives us an environment card, great. If it doesn't, well... because we do need to get lots of environment cards to destroy the shield. I think I'll just, well, yeah, the question is, where are we putting Haka, where are we putting Unity? I think Unity is going to take building the king, because you have an objective, you have an objective, you have an objective. I don't know that we're going to get Shattering Blow before Tempest goes. Might be better for him to just stay in Battlezone 1 or 2. He doesn't have anything to contribute to building a king anyway. So I guess it's basically whoever can contribute to building a king should stay here, and equipment do contribute, so you're staying there. Oh yeah, I can redirect the damage. Yes, I forgot about that clause. So you're staying there. We're not swapping, shuffling, so we can use an incap. Draw, power, discard. We don't want to discard the Scion deck. We don't. Well, I guess you did play both of your Abyss Stairs backs. Or no, you still have another one. Of course you do. Why am I thinking? Of course you would. But power usage is probably better. You have nothing in your trash to utilize your power with. You should play it. That's annoying. Yeah, we also still have Hellion here. Ah, that's gonna use it up, isn't it? Oh, shoot. Unless I move you to Battle Zone 2. Yeah, I have to do that. Yeah, you gotta go. You only have one equipment. Move. Actually, I could... Well, I don't want to swap it out. I could trade, but... Actually, if I trade it, then its end of turn doesn't happen, right? Ah, but I can't trade with Expat, and I can't trade with Unity, so I can't actually trade it. But I could trade Shadow... Well, I don't want to trade. Actually, I can't trade Hellion on the second battle zone, so he's just going to go off. But or at least not in the battle zone where we activated that incapability. So, here's powers. What powers shall we use? Probably Grievous Hailstorm for the best spread of damage. That does hit Hellion. Taiaha, but that would only take out Aeon Thrall and reduce Aeon Vassal to 1. I think it's Tempest. And the hero that adds the last token doesn't take damage. Okay. That's good. So we could move Tempest in, he won't take damage. We could move Pocket in, he wouldn't take damage. And then we'd have to bring Unity in. Or I guess Unity's already in, but... So when does this happen? When there are 6 tokens, flip this. If at least 4 cards enter the trash this way in 1 turn, flip this card. So we can get this whenever an equipment card is discarded. We could get that. Maybe. Do we have enough equipments to discard, though? That's the other problem. I don't think we do. Ah. So then we have to hope that Haka can survive. Disruptive Flechettes for spread of damage, probably. It's basically another Grievous Hailstorm. Destroy ongoing cards. There's not that I need destroyed. If I don't need to do that. I'm thinking, well, no, Haka's not going to be here to hit Hellion, is he? Or is Tempest? No one's going to be here. Is Omnitron gonna survive? I'm gonna Rocket Punch. 7 damage versus Devastation token. I'm going to focus on Hellion instead. Plot twist. If Omnitron is the only hero in that battle zone, he's actually getting taken out. Alright, move over. Redirection! And I want you to keep that and not play anything else. And energy. And Vicious Cyclone. But next to OblivAeon. No, it's not a target. Vicious Cyclone was destroyed. Oh well. -1. That's annoying. So at least gives a target for Haka to hit. Let's go ahead and enter Battle Zone 1. Damage wasn't dealt. Alright, now we just need 3 environment cards at the end of OblivAeon's turn. Okay, do not swap, do not trade. I guess he could trade. Not sure. But we'll skip that again. Dominion. Oh good, a spirit. Yay! Okay. Got 3 environment cards. The environment's also gonna play 1, right? But that's fine. Aeon Lucas. Yes. So that's the Aeon Man gone. This is now -1 and it's also reduced -1 because faultless. That's how they get target. This is gonna put a new Aeon Man out. You're gonna get a token and you're gonna do more damage based off of that token. I can't deal you 12 damage in 1 turn right now. Unity? Unity could do 1 and T-Rex bot would do 9. Not really good. I really want platform bot, but I can't get it out with these cards. Is it 1 turn or 1 round? It's 1 turn, right? 1 turn. There's no reason to hit OblivAeon. I don't want to hit the other things. Well, I guess I could just hit Faultless. 1 damage is at least 1 damage. And I don't want to do that yet. Stay there. Take on Building a King. We can Brainstorm. That does give us more equipments. 1 more equipment. 1 damage is at least, and at most, 1 damage. Maybe there's some random reason why I will be able to do this. Let's assume that there's hope. Don't hit anything else. We need to keep them alive. We're going to destroy nothing, move nothing, and draw a card. Come on, give me another equipment. Yes! So, how do we have enough? 1, 2. That's a well. This has to be discarded, so it doesn't count for that. We can get 5 equipments discarded for this, just so it's the closest. But that's as good as we can get it. I don't know if it's worth, but I will try for it. So let's have Unity discard equipment, equipment, equipment. Now you just need 4 cards entering the trash, so this will be more than enough for you. Was this going to end it prematurely? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. These are the only ones with equipments anyway. Ah, oh, I see. That was the word. That was the word. Yeah, so that's already more than enough, and we got 5 tokens on there. So that's we could have gotten it if I had Omnitron here. Oh well. Skip that. T-Rex bot comes out. T-Rex bot is not doing enough damage to take out OblivAeon. But can do 9 damage to Faultless. Slumbering Serpent. Get Taiga Burning Bright. Each time a spirit or biome enters or leaves play, this card regains 1. The first time a biome enters play, this card deals the 3 non-spirits at the lowest 2. Don't. Ah! Oh, that will hit. But I don't want this to accidentally take out a card. I guess there's more than enough, right? So. I got Burning Bright. I guess this does get us an Aeon Man. Who's automatically hit. and taken out right away. Hey guys, what's ow? Ah! Ooh! Okay, are we surviving this turn? I am probably not going to survive this. There's a lot of crap happening. That's good. -1, -1. Oh, it's self-damage. Bonus. And this goes off again. Oh man, are we gonna not have enough environment cards because of too many retaliations? No! Stop it! Stop it, T-Rex bot. Bad T-Rex bot. Hey guys, what's going on? Ow! Hey, what's up? Get T-Rex bot, they said. You want T-Rex bot, they said. Play that, do things, bring stuff. Things happen, there's damage. Alright, there goes the OblivAeon shard. There's another Aeon Man. And some more damage. Just do the 10,000 plus damage combo. There goes Slumbering Serpent. Now, a player could discard 2 cards to prevent the destruction, but 0 HP destruction is just going to happen anyway, right? Like, I can't stop this. I could prevent it for a second, and then the game will go, oh, this is at 0 HP, let's destroy it. And then I prevent that, and the game's like, oh, this is at 0 HP, let's destroy it. So yeah, I can't prevent this. No! Stop hitting him! Okay, well we can't flip OblivAeon this turn. I could discard equipment to get my reward. We discarded all the equipments, they're all gone. There are no more equipments anywhere. All the equipments are gone. I guess he could have drawn one off of that, but... Did you randomly draw another one? Nope, nope, nope. Did you draw one off of that? Nope. Alright, well we're not flipping OblivAeon this turn. Unless he moves the countdown 2 spaces down. Hi, Tempest. What problems do we need to solve? This next one, whenever hero card is discarded, add a token. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. I feel like right now, damage is our biggest problem. You know who can deal with damage really well? The Scholar. I'm just a man with a few tricks. You should just stay here because I don't think there's anything else happening here. But there are things that could happen over there. Get a vampire. We get an unhallowed halls. We get, ooh, actually, we might be able to still flip him because of terrible burden. Yay! We only have 5 Scion active right now. And this is going to just take out Omnitron. Great, fantastic. Destroy 1 non-target environment. Well, I guess we're not doing this. The Scion deck giveth and the Scion deck taketh away. And I can't prevent this because there's no other hero here. Alright, Feast of Flesh on the Hallowed Halls. Feast of Flesh, at least we get more cards. Okay. So, what problems do we need to solve now? You know who's really good at solving problems? Mr. Fixer. Even the smallest rock can start an avalanche. You can stay right there. Don't move a muscle. Actually, do you have equipments? You have equipments. We could have you discard an equipment just to get this, in case we can do it in time. I think that's probably better to do it. Who you calling the smallest rock? Ghostbusters. Dee 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 dee. All right, everyone, go to Battle Zone 1. It's safe. Trust me. Actually, OblivAeon's. Oh no. Oh, right. Because you're in this battle zone. Okay. Well, I guess I could have prevented this if I had Mr. Fixer here. But you're still gonna put 2 in play anyway. I'm probably fine with this going away. He moves over here anyway. Great, fantastic. Tier 3 reality. Yeah, sure, why not? Well, that's a lot of damage. Actually, OblivAeon's. Oh no! Oh, great. Blue Dolphin 2020. Yes, T-Rex bot isn't a problem anymore, guys. Expat is gone. Unity is gone. Haka is gone. Is this going away? We could still discard for this, right? So we can still get the reward. Just double checking. Yeah, it has to be Fixer discarding too. Dual crowbars is too good. I guess, well, no, dual crowbars and riveting crane should help, right? So it's gonna be jack handle and toolbox. Yay, create contraption! Wait, reclusive keeper? What? You're still alive? What? I don't know if any of this matters. There a way we can finagle this so that someone who's already going away is going to be the highest? Probably not. Are you on a bigger delay than other people? If you click... I don't know if it's actually still there, but I remember there was at one point, I think in the lower right, so it'll be like there for you, lower right of the video, there might be a gear icon. If you click that, you can show advanced video statistics, and it will show how many, it will show what your latency is. If that is greater than 10 or 15 seconds, you should probably refresh the video. You should have low latency on this stream, but nonetheless. I don't think I can finagle this. We're gonna get card plays off of this, but card plays aren't gonna move OblivAeon in a way that will help. I guess it could maybe, like, there's a small chance he'll move to heroes to the other battle zone, maybe. So let's see if we can get that finagled, but let's still do this. We do want to get that objective in case Haka is indeed gone. It's this one, yeah. We don't have that active just yet, but we'll go ahead and hit Faultless. I don't know if it makes a difference if I do this now or later, but we'll just do the damage where it matters, just in case something happens. Okay. There's a small chance. Well, he's gonna move to this battle zone if the other Aeon Locust is destroyed. So first, aha! Does this save us? Yeah, 36 seconds is a big amount. All right, thanks for stopping by, Race. Have a good night. Sleep tight. Move you. Let's move you. Let's move you. Let's move you. Let's move you. All right, so now it's only bad guys here. Actually, I guess whoever had Hellion was destroyed a long time ago, but still. Faultless is also going to get destroyed by this. I'm not sure if that will help any, because his things happen on the Scion turn. Does give us a devastation token back, and he gets replaced with, oh good, Grand Warlord Voss. Great, fantastic. I'm glad you're here. Huh. Damage reduction by 10 or by 9, eh? Okay, so that's a thing. And then it's these guys. You're already destroyed. You're adding a devastation token. No big deal. Let's just go ahead and finish these up to minimize. Oh, good. Faultless was destroyed. Faultless was here, and Faultless was here. Is this going to destroy this for realsies now? Yes. I am surprised that he survived for longer than, you know, immediate, but... Our Aeon Locust goes, he plays another card, and he moves the other battle zone! Oh, well... Okay. Not the worst thing. We at least saved our hero team. And now it's 38 seconds. Well, that's awkward. Sorry, Origami. Unfortunately, you'll just have to, I guess, deal with it. It doesn't look like I'm dropping frames, so it's not an issue on my end, allegedly. Alright, so it's Expedition to Atlantis. At the end of your turn, you may draw a card and use a power. I feel like that's good on Expatriate. Is there a reason to do an in-cap? Draw a card, destroy an environment card, redirect damage. Well, we already got past the one that was dealing damage based off of targets entering this environment area, but we have a lot of Scions in the other battle zone, and they're all terrible Scions. Also, Devastation is at 12, so OblivAeon's going to blow up an environment. So we probably just want to stay here. The problem, though, is... Oh, this does not time well at all. He's going to destroy an environment because of 12, right? Remove 12 devastation tokens, then remove the environment in the battle zone with OblivAeon from the game. So he's going to... He's going to remove all the environment cards. Oh, but the countdown's at 2. Okay, so if the countdown were at 1, it'd be a lot worse. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. This was my last opportunity to get it. He's going to destroy an environment 2 turns from now. Because he's not... This does not check in time. This checks at the end of OblivAeon's turn, whereas the countdown acts, you know, at the start. Or rather, it says it here. When the countdown reaches 0... Yeah, so we're going to have 2 environments gone. That's just going to be it. So we probably should just park ourselves in Battle Zone 2 and let OblivAeon deal 20 irreducible damage twice. That would take out Progeny and Aeon Master, I guess. So stay in Battle Zone 2. That's all you can really do. So what's happening here in Battle Zone 2? We have an ongoing... If OblivAeon is here, stuff happens. He shouldn't be here. But can we destroy this? We lost everyone that had ongoing destruction. Yeah, that's great. Okay, well, that's... Actually, do we have an in-cap that destroys ongoings? Yes, we do. Okay, that's good. Yeah, just take it. We need to get objectives going. We need people to get it. At the end of your turn, each player may discard up to 2 when there are 7 tokens. Flip this. Whenever a hero card is discarded, add 1 token. Like, we could get this flipped and active right away. Poor Unity. We kept you alive, but at what cost? It's probably fine. We could probably go ahead and discard for this. I don't think... Like, I don't really want Fixer to discard for this. You're not going to have many cards to discard with. But we probably can get... I know we should technically combo it with other discard effects. But I don't really foresee us being able to keep heroes alive for too long, especially Expat, who's at 5. All right, what can we do? What can we do? Oh, hi. Also, hello, Void Soul. Take out as many Aeon Men as possible or hit Scions. It's just such a fool's errand to hit Aeon Men because they always keep coming back. There'll always be a bajillion of them. And these Scions are really getting on my nerves. If we can destroy a Scion, this goes down to 11, right? So we could theoretically perhaps keep enough environment cards in play, but the problem is we can't get enough environment cards in play. Ah. Okay, well, I don't really want to I don't think we have enough damage anyway, but we'll just hit Sanction. Okay, so Haka has plenty of cards. He does not need to punish the weaks. Unity, if mechanical golems are in your trash, you could get them back, although that would require you to lose T-Rex spot, but I don't really see what else we can have you do. Fixer's not discarding. Scholar will have you discard 1 card. We'll have you don't dismiss anything. That probably could be fun, I guess. Let's have you discard Transmuted Recovery, because I want to have Mortal Form and I want to have Truth Seeker. And Expat, you can discard your hand. So that gives us Expedition. Both of these people react. Void Soul doesn't like objectives happening. Too bad. Can't really deal with that right now. I know he's gonna do terrible things, but whatever. Can't deal with that right now. I can play a card. Yay! Hair Trigger Reflexes. Woo! Alright. So we have Hermetic Evolved. I don't like Hermetic Evolved. I mean, I love Bloodstone, obviously. I can't deal with Hermetic. Was there an in-cap I can use? Power, draw, discard, draw, play. Select a target, reduce damage dealt to that target. You know, that'd be really great if we had stealth. Haven't found stealth bot yet. We could get Mr. Fixer with dual crowbars and riveting crane out right away. I don't think we need that damage reduction though. I mean, I guess if we do the second hit on Void Soul, we would make damage dealt to Void Soul irreducible. So that we could focus on Void Soul instead. Not sure that's helpful. Oh, we do have this a lot. I don't know though. What's your thing here, Cursor? Yeah, Cursor is nice and all, but have you heard of our Lord and Savior? Don't dismiss anything. Yeah, I have Fixer play both of his cards. Maybe this will do something. That's not Fixer. Stay there. Yeah, we could use that to destroy Impending Doom. I'm gonna do that. Because we do have a shot. If OblivAeon moves to this battle zone, we can perhaps, you know, get him to phase 2 without destroying environments. They'll also probably destroy an environment anyway, but we go balls to the wall. Now order probably matters. Unity. B-Bot. Well, I can destroy B-Bot with my base power. And then I can get a golem from my trash. Platform bot or Swift bot? Not sure yet. Platform bot would deal 3 more damage. That could be the difference between Void Soul living or not living. Let's have Hawk up put a card. Ground Pound. Excellent! It's gonna go away immediately. Oh no. Scholar discarding his hand. Well, I didn't want to, but it happened. Which meant we could have gotten Atlantean Conduit, I guess. Oh well. Fixer card. Charge. Also could have destroyed a style, but that's fine. Biggest hit on Void Soul. Primary hit on Sanction, probably. I'm going to just ignore the Aeon Men entirely right now. Expat card play. Nothing happened. Alright. Well, I did my best. That wasn't very exciting. Don't dismiss anything, but oh well. This card deals each hero target 1 irreducible infernal damage. Any hero character card dealt damage this way deals itself 1 psychic damage. It will be hit by hair trigger reflexes, right? So that's 1 damage. We would be able to hit it for 6 with Chekhov's hairdryer, so then it's at 4. Elbow smash. It would not be the lowest, so it would be dealt 2. So it'd be at 2. But it would perhaps be hit by dual crowbars. Fixer hits himself for 1+1. Hits Hermetic for 3. And that would probably actually stop the damage outright, right? So I think it's fine for Haka to take this. Hit it, of course. So what? We're doing 6. Yeah, I think we do need to elbow smash it. Even though it's a weaker elbow smash because of Punish the Weak, but it'd be nice if we didn't have Aeon Vassal, Aeon Locust, and Aeon Warrior in a way, because this would get a +1. Oh well. Hit Void Soul. Void Soul's at 25. Okay, I want to keep B-Bot. I'm gonna hit T-Rex bot. T-Rex bot also goes off. I'm assuming that once I hit Fixer that he'll hit himself immediately. Yes, there we go. that finishes Hermetic. Sorry, Hermetic. I keep pronouncing this wrong. Hermetic. Alright, at the end of your turn, discard a card. Don't foresee Enduring Intercession having a use with 4 HP Haka without Talmoko. Or not Talmoko. Is it Talmoko? Yeah, it is Talmoko. Stay there. This is not going to last long enough. There's no way that Unity survives. There's no way. I'm sorry, I'm calling it. There's no way Unity survives. I love the reward, but this requires you to survive for enough. So, Incap. Draw a card, regain 2 HP, discard a card to draw 3 cards. Not really a lot of good options there. It's the Augment, Powered Shockwave. It's the Augment on Chekhov's Hairdryer. Gives us 8 damage. Puts Void Soul down to 16. But this isn't helping now, and this doesn't help either. Proverbs and Axioms. I'll probably just have Scholar discard that to try to get some of his stuff back. Grace Under Fire. All right. Increase that damage by 2. It's not going to double up with dual crowbars, right? This would just be 1 + 2, which is 3, + 1, which is 4. And you can deal that damage to one other target, so it'll be 4 + 1, which is 5. So it's still better to do Chekhov's Hairdryer. I can't do anything fancy with this, with redirects. I potentially could have had I used an Incap, but I didn't. I'm gonna destroy B-Bot. B-Bot hits Void Soul. The OblivAeon music is really good. I'm keeping that in play because we need environment cards. Putting Platform Bot out. Doing 9 damage to Void Soul. Doing 3 damage to Void Soul. So gosh darn close. Maybe the environment will do it for us. It's not. It's gonna take out Unity. Or something, I don't know. It's doing something. I don't know what it's doing. Actually, no, it's not in this battle. Okay, no, it's the other battle zone. My bad. Destroy environment cards. Move Aeon Men to the other battle zone. Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, OblivAeon. You know, this is the perfect environment to go to destroy stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, and also we're getting 3 devastation tokens from Scions anyway, so I forgot about that. So we weren't going to be able to do anything about saving the environment, were we? Yeah. Okay, hit Aeon Master because he needs to go. This is a pretty bad OblivAeon game. We're not really developing, and we have too many Scions. And OblivAeon's in the wrong battle zone. OblivAeon's going to destroy all of these environment cards before we're able to do anything about it. You can do it, question mark? Why are you question mark? No. Yeah, it's recoverable. It's always recoverable. It's just, this is a very brutal start. Like, basically all my heroes are going to get incapped now because OblivAeon moved to our battle zone. He's always been moving battle zones in the worst way. What do I want? And how do I get it? I don't know. I need people that can deal lots of damage. You're gonna move to battle zone 1 so you don't die to OblivAeon raging. This is Unity. Unity has T-Rex spot. We could replace Unity with a Unity. I mean, it might just be that whoever I replace the hero with plays T-Rex spot. So that their pre-started turn is take T-Rex spot. Their play phase is play T-Rex spot. Then they have a power. So who has a power that would do something exciting? The answer is lots of heroes. Probably action hero Stuntman, because he could play a card and get a damage increase. All eyes are upon me. Yeah, going to action. Move. Go away. Save yourself. And you are destroying one card. Air trigger reflexes wasn't doing much for me anyway. Great. More Aeon men joined the party. All just to get destroyed by OblivAeon. Oh, Bloodstone kept Taka alive. Well, cool. I don't know what to what effect that will matter, because we need to see what damage is happening here, I guess. This is 2 and 2, so Scholar's still going down. There's a chance that Haka stays alive, but we need to see what happens here. It's kind of like sports commentary. And Haka has played Bloodstone! Haka has been recharged to full HP, but I do not know how this is going to affect the match. We need to see what happens next. Aeon Warrior is winding up for punches. Wow, that is a lot of damage happening to Haka. Now it is Aeon Vassal's turn. He is dealing 1 irreducible damage, Ted. 1 irreducible damage to Mr. Fixer because he hit himself with Riveting Crane. That's right, Tom. That's an amazing play. What will they think of next? Haka is down to less than 20. That means he is not able to stay alive. He needs to go past the 20-yard line in order to make this goal. Sure. It doesn't matter. You're going away anyway. Yay! Yay! All right. Oh man. So countdown's at 1. He's in the wrong battle zone, and there aren't enough environment cards in the other battle zone, and all this crap. So he's going to also move the countdown to 0 next turn and destroy an environment that way. So there is a good chance that whichever environment we put in play now is going to be gone anyway. I'll just put Maerynian Refuge out because I don't know. So Void Soul, when this card is destroyed, each hero target regains 3 HP. Oh, that puts Mr. Fixer up to 20! That means there is a small chance that... Oh, this is also +5. Okay, well, that small chance has become 0 chance. This game is brought to you by Funny Bunny. Yeah, so when a Scion is destroyed, it is immediately replaced. It's actually kind of, 30. You could very well just be taken out right away, Nixius. When this card is destroyed, remove 5 devastation tokens. Well, there's actually a chance that we'll have devastation tokens down to 0. Here, hit Sanction. Sanction's gonna do nothing effective. Because we can move cards back from our trash into our hands. Yay! Arsenal access, quick draw, jack handle, toolbox, don't dismiss anything, proverbs and axioms, ground pound, bloodstone. See, now I can't say bloodstone without just imagining like sports announcer going, bloodstone! You know, like touchdown, bloodstone! Oh man. And now we have Empyrean. I believe this has to, yeah, it's Empyrean. It says it right there, yes. 30 HP. Cool. You might also get taken out almost immediately, depending on what OblivAeon plays. So we've not gotten to his play phase, yes. This is what turn, this is whose turn is it anyway, featuring OblivAeon. Haha, we could also do this Aeon Locust thing. Oh, this is Empyrean who got dealt. Okay, never mind. This is Empyrean dealing damage to things because he doesn't like it when he gets hit. So, Ted, what do you think the chances are of this game happening? Well, John, I think that there is a small chance of survival at this point. In order for Dolphin to survive this next round, he needs to play his cards correctly. Thank you for that analysis, John. Devastation token, damage, devastation. Let's go for card play and see what happens. What happens if he changes battle zones while he's destroying an environment? I don't know what will happen. Deal damage. If a character card is dealt damage, destroy one of their cards. Okay, well, that was fun. We get to lose cards that don't matter anyway. And then we're back to this. Yeah, everyone's gone. Ooh, devastation token and play a card. Add a devastation token. No, my gosh, he's gonna destroy 2 environments next turn. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Whoever thought of this OblivAeon game is really a terrible person. All right, okay. We still have this guy. Yeah, I kind of want whoever takes this to end up in the wrong battle zone, because at the end of their battle zone, they'll move to the right battle zone. So I actually want this person to be in battle zone 1. Who could make most effective this? This is Expatriate. Expatriate has 1 reward. That reward is Atlantean Conduit, but you can't take that because you have to claim that reward, or claim the objective. So if he moves, he stops dealing damage. Okay. That can be interesting. Right, so what's gonna happen here? We lost a scholar. We gain a scholar. I see your scholar, and I raise you Scholar of the Infinite. No regrets. And he stares at OblivAeon menacingly. How did you end up in Battle Zone 1? You were dealing damage to guys over here, now you're in Battle Zone 1. I'm so confused. Did you move battle zones again? Yeah, okay. I was hoping you'd be able to clean the floor of these Scions, but you're not. How many Scions are left here? We have 2 more, or a Dark Mind, okay. So if I take out Nixius, you know, I mean, 5 devastation tokens is still helpful. That will stop the environment from doing things. It's gonna get replaced by another Scion, and there's gonna be 3 tokens added, but hey, that's only 10, right? So it's better. Right, so now this is Fixer's replacement. Fixer is replaced with himself, but angrier. I have nothing left to lose but my cursed existence. I fight to the end. Stay there. Or... yeah, stay there. Fixer who has no rewards. Scholar who has a cursor. So, we lost our unity. T-Rex spot is over there, but you could still benefit from unity if you're in the same battle zone. Let's go ahead and bring a unity. Unity with cursor should be good, right? Also, unity with golem spawn and cursor, right? Like right? 4-4, right? Come to me, my robot brethren. Today we are all Debra. Stay there. You have Chekhov's hairdryer and bloodstone. I feel like this game needs a legacy. Let's go with base legacy because I like Galvanize. Whether one person or the whole world in danger, I will always answer the call. Okay. So stay there, take on nature's compulsion. So what can we do? Not a whole lot. In light of the environment destroying itself due to countdown. Truth Seeker will probably be a bit better than base power. I could hit for something for 2. If that something's name is Aeon Master, who brings out an Aeon Man, who will then get destroyed by OblivAeon, who then does something with it. I don't know if that is worth. I just hit OblivAeon. We'll just have OblivAeon take out Aeon Master. Get cards. Move to the other battle zone. Get the token. Fixer will stay here. We have War-Torn Landscape. Ooh, good. Environment cards. I want you to take that on. We need something like that, I think. Next one is an Infusion of Power, which is actually not helpful when there are never 2 heroes in one battle zone, but sure. Dual crowbars. Now, do I use my power? We gotta take out Nexus and Empyrean. Well, Empyrean, when its card will be destroyed, flips, has 15 HP, is immune to melee projectile and things. Hey guys, what's going on? We could definitely take out Nexus if you use your base power. That's probably worth it. I could lose the thing that I just played on what's his face. Oh, we also get a new Scion. Hello, Boar. How many hit points do you have? 30? Let's just get Empyrean flipped. There's no point in getting rid of the shield. No, there's not. Actually, the shield is a bit more beneficial on this side because we could keep an environment card in play that would otherwise be destroyed. Like Fixed Point! Unfortunately, we don't have Time Cat, but when I said I wanted another perfect game, you didn't think I meant a perfect game for OblivAeon. Yeah, we're going reverse asterisk tonight. You might wonder what a reverse asterisk looks like. Do. So that's actually a pretty bad card. Oh, never mind. I thought I said when a card enters play, deal it damage. Deal to 2 targets with the lowest HP, 2 damage each. Targets deal damage, so it cannot deal damage. That's a little bit tragic. You can stay there. Now the problem is, you do not have a golem in your hand. Unity, why have you forsaken me? Yeah, we lost Chronoist, which was such a big bug that the game decided it just wanted to fix itself by destroying everything. Infusion of Power, if there are only 2 heroes in this battle zone, something happens. I don't think that's too likely to happen. I mean, Apex of Humanity is so good. But no, I want Cursor. Even though I don't have anything to benefit with Cursor, but I don't really have anything to play anyway. I could Hasty Augment someone, I guess. But Fixer can't hit Empyrean right now, who I really want to hit. I could skip and draw 2, I guess, instead of taking cursor and using cursor. If I'm gonna do that, I would probably just want to take the objective. Just so that Legacy gets something a little different. Although Legacy might take one of these. I mean, he might. I mean, I brought Legacy, but Legacy's not actually probably going to want to use Chekhov's Hairdryer. Energy damage is bad for Empyrean anyway. When he would be dealt energy, he regains that much instead. So we don't really want to use Chekhov's Hairdryer against Empyrean Bloodstone. You know, saves someone from dying. Saves this hero from dying, rather. But you would have to fund it with things. So you might just take the next objective, because we need to get more objectives going. Let's go ahead and take it. Go ahead, skip, draw 2. Cryobot. Flash Forge. Okay. Stay there. We have Filter Heist. That could happen. We do have to shuffle this at some point since Shattering Blow is back in here, but it's on the bottom. So I guess we have to shuffle at some point. When are we going to shuffle it? Nobody knows. Let's be immune to environment damage in case that matters. I could bolster allies, I guess, but let's get a little setup going. You know, because OblivAeon is a very setup-heavy game. We have revealed 3 or more keywords. Yay! Filter Heist! Woo! Did it! Stay there. So you want T-Rex bot, I think. There's no reason... No, don't stay there. What am I talking about? Move. Why are you here? Move. Move! Go! Do things. T-Rex bot does melee, though. We could just try to pile a lot of damage on board this turn and try to get him destroyed before he's super charged up. Yeah, you're regaining, you're playing, you're using your power. You deal damage, so you also retaliate. You deal lightning, which Empyrean is not immune to. And actually, yeah, there's a +1 there, but it's not, yeah. So what can you do? Lance Flemmies. You don't have one shot. You have a one shot. There we go. One shot. Play a one shot. You're immune. You were already hit, so let's hit you. One target dealt damage this way deals Stuntman 1 melee. Do you have a damage increase? Yeah, you do. You have a damage increase by 1. Do we want someone else to hit you? We could hit T-Rex bot. I don't know if that's worth. Let's say it's worth. Let's pretend it's worth. You're immune. Let's get rid of Aeon Locust before OblivAeon destroys it or something. Let's have Boar hit. Hit. Oh man, Hurricane Shield. No! That is not benefiting me. I increased my damage by too much. Increased damage dealt by Aeon Master or by OblivAeon and Rhynic Helvas? Sure. Sure. Hello, Aeon Master. How are you doing? Deal with 2 targets at the lowest. Targets dealt damage so we cannot deal damage. Takes out and Vassal. It's T-Rex bot. T-Rex bot can't deal damage and then is prevented from dealing damage. Surprise. Surprise Pikachu. Scions are hitting things. This is sad days for Fixer. Oh, actually, oh. Let's hit Legacy. I care more about dual crowbars than I do about environment immunity. I care about Infinity Cannon more, but yeah. Aeon Thrall. Hey, what's up, guys? Oh. Sure. Oh, but you can't deal damage. Well, why are you here? What are you good for? Four is hitting for 3 and 3. Or just 3, just 3. Let's hit legs. It's considered to have the highest. Scholar! Alright, OblivAeon is like, hey, let's destroy Nexus. And leave it as a wasteland. And not destroy any scions with this because, well, he moved the one scion I could have destroyed. Alright, we're in phase 2, woo! With the countdown of 5 because we failed to flip the shield. No hero is dealt damage this way, so OblivAeon's moving to the other battle zone again. Which actually, that means that Cosmic Repercussions is gonna get destroyed. Okay, well, we destroyed the shield. Yay! Ooh, this is also... Hey! Hey! Hey, Hurricane Shield, thank you! Thank you! You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. So beautiful. Each villain target regains 2. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it slightly mattered, I guess, because of the Aeon Man. It wasn't ever going to get destroyed, though, because of effects. Alright. Well, we removed the shield like 5 milliseconds too late. Alright. So, we have a variety of problems right now. We have a potential of OblivAeon destroying another environment. There's only 2 scions in the other battle zone, but if any card enters play that says destroy devastation, or add devastation tokens, that's bad. Can we somehow deal damage to Imperium? You healed all of it back that T-Rex bot did to you, so that's tragic. We could don't dismiss anything T-Rex bot back. Could you perhaps draw it before your power? Doesn't look like it. You still have Atlantean Conduit. At the end of your turn, draw a card, use a power. You don't have multiple powers. You want to move battle zones to trigger this, so I guess it doesn't really matter. You want to move. You're not swapping. You're perhaps shuffling. It depends on how much we value the everyman. But if there's any time to shuffle it, it's right now because there's only one hero over here. Card draw, destroy environment card, damage redirection, use a power, destroy a target. Something happens. I mean, I would perhaps like to get that back someday, but I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle it so that we can try to get Shattering Blow again. At the end of your turn, each player may discard a card. Yeah, last wager will be gotten. almost immediately. All right, so we're back here. Hello. Progeny has a -4. Progeny is going to be taken out by Voss, maybe. Which is actually kind of bad. Is there anything we can do about that? I don't think there is. I think it's bring what you need. Because I don't want to use my innate. I want to save Don't Dismiss and Proverbs for the other heroes. Mortal Form is too early. I don't have a power that sustains it other than this. I need this power to sustain Mortal Form. Okay. Put a card in hand. Keep moving. Second card in hand. Solid to Liquid can go to the bottom because we can bring it with Keep Moving if we so wanted. Let's move to the other battle zone. Yay! Alright. Back here. I'm not sure we're gonna get this. Each time you use a power during your turn other than the first time, this card deals damage. At the end of your turn, you use a power. Fixer's really bad at having different powers. You might just swap that. I don't know that I really value Cold War. What incaps? Draw a card, use power, discard. Draw a card, play card, reduce damage to a target by 1. Equipment in a hero trash into play, draw a card, destroy an ongoing card. So stay there. I think you're gonna swap because I don't care about War Torn. I also don't really care about this, but I don't know we're gonna get War Torn with this environment and things happening in this environment. I guess I could have swapped for Nature's Compulsion or something. But you wouldn't get it unless you left your battle zone and then put you in Dangerville. I don't know how much danger this actually is at this point, but... Alright, let's put out Toolbox so that Fixer can destroy Toolbox. And he gets Bloody Knuckles, Meditation. If we take out Aeon Master removes all Aeon Men from the game. So it might be worth to hit Aeon Master this round, hit Aeon Master into Boar. When we destroy Boar, Boar will hit Aeon Master, potentially taking him out. Ah, stupid Hurricane! It's beneficial and it's terrible in different ways. Infinity Cannon isn't reduced by it, at least. Each player may discard a card. Any player who did may draw a card. So let's go ahead, just take a look and see if there's cards we can part ways with in each hand. Because, like, I would never really utilize Solid to Liquid. I think we could always keep moving it. So I can discard that. I already have a tool. Hoist Chain can be a good tool, I guess. I mean, that would make OblivAeon deal less damage. That's always nice, but I don't think I'd be using Tire Iron. Plus, equipments can be brought back from the trash. Do we have... We don't have it yet, but we could get it. Modular Workbench. Well, the reason we brought this Unity was because Cursor makes base power a bit better. Also, with Hurricane of Shield, we can increase it and then reduce it. So, we'll take out Modular Workbench. Legacy. I want to keep Next Evolution in case we somehow get the damage combo. And Stuntman. Moving target's not going to happen, is it? I mean, I guess you could play it just to get it destroyed, but we're not really reducing damage. But I want to probably utilize Steal the Scene in some capacity. We drew a one-shot. We drew an equipment. Drew an equipment. Drew an ongoing. Drew an ongoing. So last wager is still in play. Stay here. Whenever you cause another player to play a card, use a power draw card, add a token. When there are 6 tokens, you get Virtuosos. Whenever you... Legacy can bolster allies. Oh, what am I talking about? Infinity Cannon doesn't do it. Chekhov's Hairdryer does it. Okay. You'd have to regain that reward to use it. I assumed you had it, but you didn't. But Legacy could orchestrate the void. He has 2 bolster allies, and he can get it off of that. Especially if we had an incap that allows for a card play over here, which we don't. Okay, well. We're going to give that to Legacy then. That seems like it's the most prudent. I guess you could potentially get it if you had an incap here. No. But 1 card from the villain or environment trash into play. Well, I don't know if there's anything. I definitely don't want villain cards entering play. Unless it's a card that says move OblivAeon to Battle Zone 3. Oh wait, there isn't a Battle Zone 3. You win! Is this cursor time? Do we have... We have Cryobot. I think it's cursor time. But not that way. You have to regain a reward to do that. So play cursor. Oh no! Stupid Hurricane Shield. Hey! Cryobot goes off. With a +1. I guess I could have used cursor last round so that T-Rex bot did more damage. Aeon Vassal enters play, Aeon Vassal leaves play. Okay, so board is almost gone. Going to do 5 and 5. You need that objective. And then we're gonna go bolster our allies. We're going to do a damage increase. Stay there. True hero in the end. Oh, Enclave, we could get a power off of that. Could have Stuntman use a power to use this power to play a card, and then he'll play 2 cards this turn. He'll play 3. No, yeah, he'll play 2 cards and use an extra power. Let's just redefine the win condition as defeat all scions except Voss. I'm just trying to think. So he flips. Deals 5 and 5. Oh, it's energy. Oh, so that's bad for Empyrean. It's tragic. He wants to play Planquez-Vous to block some of Boar's damage, and he wants to use Lance Flammies, maybe? When a hero target would be dealt, you may destroy this to prevent the damage. Oh, and it's also reduced by Hurricane Shield, so it's not actually 5 and 5, it's actually 3 and 3. We don't have any card plays here. We could just take that. We'll take it. It's a May. Another steal the scene. Okay, so Fixer, if he does this, then does a lot of but Hurricane Shield again. How do I destroy Boar? I'm trying to destroy Boar and it's not working. Is there an effect here? Deal the 2 targets with lowest fire damage? Yeah. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage. Well, that stops Boar, maybe? Let's pretend it does. Scholar could take it, sure. Stuntman doesn't want to take it. He has too much going on. Unity can't take it. No damage will be dealt this way. I don't want Legacy to take it, so we'll just stop there. Abominable Snowman doesn't act. Scions, no damage was dealt that way, so welcome to the game. And not Progeny's over here. Hi Progeny, how are you? All the Scions are just ending up over here. Oh, he's not a target on his flip side? Okay. That's what I kind of suspected, so. But this at least hits only them. So that's cute. Destroy all environment cards. Hey, by the way, we could have actually gotten the War Torn Landscape because we would have destroyed all the environments with Boar, I guess. And Hurricane Shield's not acting, so it's not actually 3 and 3 after all. So yeah, I don't think this matters. And it's actually 6 and 6, so it did get the +1. And it is unfortunately not going to destroy Progeny. Cursor is active. Let's save Unity, maybe? I mean, we could save Cryobot, I guess, but... Oh, I guess we do still have Stuntman's thing. Let's do this first, because that will be less of a heal, and then it's 6. So is there a way we could potentially utilize this? Play an Aeon Man, and you go away. Goodbye! Okay, so Plankez-vous. I'm guessing that I'm not actually going to reduce a target to 2 or fewer. It's just at 2 or fewer, so it's not actually going to destroy. But it could be cute if it actually destroys Progeny. And what type of damage is it? It is fire. Fire hits Empyrean. Yay! Well, yeah, I mean, like, Cryobot could have gone off once, I guess. Maybe I should have done that. Let's see if we could perhaps do enough damage to Empyrean to do something. So still do this. Still do the heal first. Do this. Let's see if this works. I could save Cryobot. Don't think I can really ping him though. So if I use Lance Flammies, you have a +1 here. You have a +1 here, so that's 4 damage. 6 minus 4 is 2. We destroy Empyrean! We did it! When this card is destroyed, each player may draw a card and use a power, then remove this card from the game. Oh my god. Okay. That's cute. We're kind of getting rid of all the science other than Foss anyway, as a side effect of just environments being destroyed and Boar going off. If I save Cryobot, is there a way that Cryobot does something useful? Let's say yes. Let's at least see if this works. It probably isn't. Nope. So probably should have done that hit on OblivAeon then, but we needed to know whether that was going to work first. So we're gonna rewind this again because, well, we needed to know before we did the thing. Okay. Still do this. Still do this. Let's take out Aeon Master just because it's just going to be getting in the way. That gets rid of all the Aeon men. We are down to 10 Devastation tokens. Let's hit OblivAeon, because why not? And now this is only hero stuff, so then let's do hero stuff. Okay. So then Lance Flammies takes out Empyrean. So draw a card and use a power. So Cursor's gone off, and we don't have the -2 from the environment anymore. So this would be painful. In fact, we haven't done the 6 and 6 from Boar. So actually, if Unity uses the power, she's gone. She might as well draw the card, I guess, but she's not going to use a thing. Skip. There it is. Legacy could do another +1. Legacy could use Infinity Cannon. 5 reduced by 4 would be enough to take out Progeny. Fixer could also use dual crowbars probably to take out Progeny. We just have to destroy something for that. We don't really have a lot of somethings. Could I destroy Planquez-Vu, or is it in the state of destruction and therefore untouchable? I'm guessing the latter. I'm not willing to rewind the turn to figure that out. But things that are in the process of destruction probably can't be affected by destruction means, I'm guessing. I could kill Progeny with the next hit of Lance Flammies. But I want to probably point that on OblivAeon anyway. Anyway, Stuntman's going to use his innate, because that's the only other power he has left, and he'll get to play a card. I guess he'll probably play Steal the Scene. Actually, it probably doesn't matter because OblivAeon's going to deal 5. Actually, no, he's only dealing 5. He's not doing 5 and 5. Oh, but right. We're being dealt 6 and 6. That's 4. So Stuntman's going down from OblivAeon's 5. 6 and 6 is 12. Legacy's down to 6. Wait, actually, player draws X cards. Yeah, we're not playing cards, so we're not benefiting from that. Yeah, so Stuntman's gone, Unity's gone. Scholar will barely stay alive. Legacy will barely stay alive. Fixer will stay slightly more alive, but still barely alive. And then OblivAeon's card play will probably just kill the rest. So a lot of this probably doesn't even matter. But yeah. I think it's just try to keep people alive that can stay alive, just in case. So if, you know, say Stuntman is going out, although we are not done with most of these things, if Legacy is going out though, is 5 damage, or no, I guess we are using Infinity Cannon. It's annoying. I should have done this in a different order. I'm gonna do this anyway, though. Empyrean's in the state of destruction, although he is a target here. But I can't hit Progeny with this. Probably still would have been better to target OblivAeon first. Not rewinding. If I lose the game by 2 hit points, this is the moment that I lost it. Oh boy. Knowing that we're not really going to be able to use these 4 cards that we're drawing. Here's Fortitude. Yeah, it would have been better to hit boss first, or OblivAeon first. I am not going to worry about that. Just want Legacy to stay alive. Okay, so we drew as many cards as we could. So, Maerynian Refuge, end of turn. Right. We could dramatic cliffhanger. Woohoo! Oh man. Redirect the next damage dealt by that target to Stuntman. Reduce that damage by 2. We could perhaps save a hero with that. Perhaps. Alright, so at the end of the environment turn, I may destroy this card. Also, we get this. Cool. And... oh, I can just deal more damage if I so want. Oh, Cursor's still alive. Oh, Cursor is still alive. Oh, right, we still haven't done this part. That's why Cursor's still alive. Cursor will survive, though. That's actually pretty good news. Challenge mode. Progeny is indestructible. When Progeny is removed from the game, instead insert him into the game. Oh, shoot. That was +1. Well, I guess he was dying anyway, right? Destroy dramatic cliffhanger. Yeah, we're still alive. Let's draw a card, see what it is. Deal damage. Deal do. We're gonna play. Cuvasson. So we could perhaps save a hero from OblivAeon damage. Maybe. So much for the Scion phase. Alright, OblivAeon is all dealing damage. Okay, well that's tragic actually. Deals to 2 heroes with the highest HP, 3 Infernal each. So that's Fixer, and one of these two, and we can save one of these. Huh. Well, I don't want to lose Fixer, but he doesn't really have anything going for him. Legacy still has an Orchestrate the Void that is almost done, and I want that. Like, this reward is really good. Unity can be saved by Cursor, but we're not targeting Unity. So, Scholar, Legacy, Fixer. The next one who's dealt damage redirects and is reduced by 2. Redirect that damage by 2. This is 3. Which, I mean, actually, Stuntman's down by this anyway, but... So, whoever is dealt damage, though, is going to die to the 5 damage on end of turn. Is there... Oh, yeah, you're almost done with that, too. But yeah, we could sacrifice Fixer. If I'm sacrificing Fixer, this choice doesn't actually matter. Keep Unity alive. Lose the rest. And Dark Mind is here. 26 though, really easy to take out, and this is the last Scion, so we're not going to see any more Scions. Yay! Alright. So Fixer's gone, no more Fixers. So who do we bring in? Fixer who has no rewards but a bunch of incaps. Current objective is to hope for the dawn. Move any number of your cards from your play area to your hand if you move at least 2 cards with powers on them. You currently have that. You want to get that just before you die. What's this one? Atlantean Conduit? Can't hit Voss with that. He has a -9. How many other cards do you have in your hand? 14. You could actually do a ping on OblivAeon. I guess, or not OblivAeon, but Voss. I guess we could do this at the end of your turn, move to the other battle zone, add the token, and then this triggers. Because we could do know when to turn loose on Dark Mind. As Scholar Swan Song. But anyway, this is benefiting Fixer's replacement if they want to go for it. And this gives them Devastating Aurora, which is probably past the point where it's useful, but you know, if our goal is to try to get objectives and win objectives, so we want a hero that could play a lot of cards. Cards with powers on them, so not guys. And someone who can play a lot of cards at once, maybe. Someone who can play a lot of cards at once that has powers on them. We want to try to get this as fast as we can. Duke State Parse, maybe. She has a chance of getting it. I mean, basically anyone who has a play that plays a power card and a power that could potentially get a power card into play. So obviously someone who has a lot of power cards in their deck, but especially someone who can play a lot of cards right out the gate. I mean, the Wraith, if she gets Impromptu Invention, basically gets it, right? It's probably the Wraith, in all honesty. Get some damage reduction action if we need it. We do have to soak 5 damage from OblivAeon a lot. Stay there. Alright, this is Stuntman's replacement. Stuntman has T-Rex bot, but Unity's already in play. So this is kind of open season here. I want to bring Tempest in case we can get, you know, the shield card. A non-character target dealt damage this way loses any end of turn effects on his card. That stops, you know, Aeon Men, I guess. Well, let's go with simple damage dealer, Tempest. Stay there. So you're gonna stay here so you can benefit people, I guess. This reward's not going to help. I don't want to shuffle. Do I want to trade? I don't want to trade. Unless there's a reward I don't care, or an objective I don't care about. I can move Unity to the other battle zone in order to get infusion of power. I mean, Unity's kind of going away anyway, right? Let's see. So I don't want to trade then, I guess. There's Orchestrate I'm keeping there. So I could shuffle. Oh, by the way, Wraith, did you get Impromptu Invention? Of course you didn't. You got Throat Jab, though. But if you Throat Jab Boss, 5 damage, or 5 devastation tokens are added, and then he'll destroy an environment on his next turn, so that's not really ideal. You still have all the Abyss Stairs back in your trash. You could actually safely look at OblivAeon's deck, but I don't know if that's worth. But then again, a lot of these powers are small powers anyway. Do you do damage yourself? Heal the hero with the highest 4 damage for each card discarded this way. You could just throw Jab Darkbind and do a damage reduction on yourself on your turn. It's not going to get you power cards in play though, so I don't know. But anyway, back here. So let's just go ahead and give that to Wraith. So I guess it's in-cap, draw, environment, redirection. I mean, redirection's always nice. Power, destroy. They also deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage. You lost Stuntman though, and all of his +1s, so that would have been nice there. Do get a power here. How many galvanize? I think we only have 1 galvanize, so this is doing 6 damage. And we said that this is doing 14 + 1, so 15. 15 and 6 is 21, so that's 5. We can. I mean, I don't even have to throw jab it because it's already almost dead. When this card is destroyed, put any cards under this card into play, so that's not really going to do anything because it will not have done anything. I guess you could draw a card to do an extra point of damage, but at that, if I'm doing that, I might as well just do more damage with the power. Yeah, I think it's have Legacy use a power to deal 6 damage. Filling cards cannot be played. Legacy's not really going to stay alive long enough for that to matter, though. And if you use this, you die. But now we can move Scholar to the other battle zone, which triggers Nature's Compulsion. And regains a hit point. Oh, and he can move back. Welcome back. I mean, if I leave Scholar in Battle Zone 1, he gets destroyed by Progeny, but if I leave Scholar in Battlezone 2, then he gets destroyed by OblivAeon, and it's ultimately Devastation token extra anyway, but I guess if I just want to get this on Unity active, so I probably don't want to move Scholar to the other battle zone then, so let's go ahead and leave him there. Move. Get that. Stay. Okay, so stay. Take this on. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a power out so that we can trigger to Hope for a Dawn someday. And let's ping Dark Mind and OblivAeon. Don't return that to hand. Don't move. Actually, no, yes, do move. Do move, actually. I forgot what I was doing. Do move, yes. Ah, boy, Form the Mechanite. Oh, man. If I had known that Form the Mechanite was going to pop up, I would not have moved the heroes. Well. And this is 6. Yeah, you're going to get that when you bolster allies. So that's fine. So you don't want to swap, you don't want to shuffle. I guess that's going on Tempest. Incapabilities, draw, ongoing, card, draw, power, hit points. See, Voss is going to hit the hero with the highest for a lot of damage, so it's not worth trying to keep any of these heroes alive. So it's an incap, but I don't know that the incaps would make a difference. Because that kills you. You can't use that because that kills you. You do have a construction pylon in case you want to do funky things. But Voss has a bajillion damage reduction now. If I had Stealth Bot, then I could probably try to think about saving someone, but I don't have Stealth Bot, so I think it's just... Well, I guess, okay, there's a card draw happening. So let's give a card draw to Unity just in case. It is not Stealth Bot. Okay, well... Destruction Pylon and put out things, I guess. See, I just wanted Infusion of Power to go off, is why I came here. So we sacrificed Scholar for that to get Infusion of Power, to get Apex of Humanity. So that sacrifices Scholar, and we're sacrificing Unity, and that's probably too much sacrifice, but at least we're getting rewards. Yay! Alright, so we have Atlantean Conduit, we have Primordial Boom. At the end of your turn, each hero target in this play area regains 1 hit point. Increased damage dealt by targets in this play area by 1. So I kind of want the Sentinels then, even though they're going to take a bajillion damage from OblivAeon. Let's go bring base Sentinels, because with a damage reduction or with Mainstay's redirect, it should be fine. I'm going to pretend that this will make sense. You're going to go Battlezone 2 because we want to keep you alive. I guess actually we could leave you in Battlezone 1. Voss would hit the highest HP one for a bunch, but it should be less damage overall than OblivAeon dealing 5 damage to them all. So it's probably better for them to stay in Battle Zone 1. It might actually keep Unity alive, surprisingly. And I could mix and match, but I'm just going to leave it all vanilla. Alright. So you're staying. You're playing bolster allies. You're not swapping, you're not trading. You're not shuffling. So you could use an incapability. You could regain a reward, but you can't play it. Like, if you could play Bloodstone, I mean, that would actually be really good, right? Just to play Bloodstone. But I would want you to be able to play. Can you play off of one of these? No. But keeping Legacy alive, maybe. Yeah, I think I want to do that, actually. Regain Bloodstone. Play Bloodstone. So now, Darkmind, how are we going to deal with it? I could Infinity Cannon it, but Tempest with a bolstered Grievous Hailstorm will do enough damage, right? Or Galvanized, that's 3 damage, yeah. So I think I'm not going to use Infinity Cannon. We're going to focus on increasing Tempest's damage. Discard a card. You can't have more than 1 Fortitude. Stay there. This reward is T-Rex Bot. I mean, we'd like T-Rex Bot, right? But getting Form the Mecha Knight, because we will be able to get it next turn. We'll have all the heroes in this battle zone. Maybe. The environment destruction is going to be bad. I guess if worst comes to worst, we throat jab OblivAeon if he's going to destroy the environment. Okay. Take on the objective. And we're going to use Grievous Hailstorm. I guess I could use Chain Lightning instead, and I could do slightly more damage to OblivAeon, but I like getting a little more setup just because I could play Grievous Hailstorm this turn and Chain Lightning next turn or something. And we removed a Devastation token, so that's good. These are going to be all draws because we can't discard 5 cards this way, so we're going to draw Stun Bolts. We're going to draw Lead from the front, so that's the second part of the combo. So now Lead from the front and the other thing that makes him immune to damage of a certain type. There we go. Got it. Who's considered to have the second lowest? B-Bot is considered to have the second lowest. B-Bot is doing nothing to Voss, but takes out Abominable Snowman. Yay. Whenever a target will be destroyed by damage. Okay, let's just remove an environment card from the game for whatever reason. Each player discards a card. Alright, so Unity stayed alive. Yay! I want to keep the signatures. I want to keep Coordinated Assault. This can be fun, but I don't think that's happening. I don't think this is happening. And Writhe will potentially not take damage at some point, right? Alright, we saved Unity! Put the bottom card of the Scion Reserve in this battle zone. There is no bottom card of the Scion Reserve. Nice try. You're gonna destroy Aeon Men though, which is less good, but these are the Aeon Men to destroy, so I don't care. We have 2 rounds to kill OblivAeon, by the way, because countdown. We might start getting under control. Maybe. This game's been crazy. We're playing against Devastation tokens though, which is not good, but We've lost our primary means of removing devastation tokens, which is destroying scions. So now we have the secondary means of removing devastation tokens, which is destroy an environment. So Legacy stays alive because of Bloodstone, right? Yes, we played it. When your hero would be in caps, restoring the max HP instead. Yay! So let's hit these guys so they have HP to recover. Then hit Legacy, who gets Bloodstoned. And all the heroes survive this round with max HP. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Okay. Go away from Battle Zone 1. Go back. Alright, we want to reclaim these. I think this by itself is just really good. Even without... the end of your turn to me, draw a card and use power. That's like extra powers, right? But I think getting a damage increase and HP recovery automatically, even if you're not moving battle zones, is really good. How many environments do we have left? We only destroyed one. Set aside environments is the Enclave of the Endlings. We destroyed two. We destroyed two. When I said one, I meant two. We only destroyed one environment in one turn. We also destroyed another environment in a different turn, but I thought you were asking about one turn environment destructions. Alright, regain Primordial Boon, because this is the Colosseum. I don't care about the Colosseum. So yeah, Primordial Boon is the play. This gives a damage increase to mainstay. This gives HP recovery to several targets, but Primordial Boon basically does both things, slightly, sort of. Do I want to block? I don't care about that. Damage. Arts. I could control OblivAeon's play, but I think... like, it's gonna be a ping, but we kind of have to ping at him at this point. We don't have very many super damaged abilities right now. We just have to slowly ping at him and hope that we can avoid... like, he's going to remove an environment from the devastation tokens. If he also removes an environment from the countdown, we're screwed. So we absolutely need to wail on him to the best of our abilities. Stay there. I don't care about Summon the Colosseum. I'm gonna shuffle the deck. That gets me Hellion. I don't care about Hellion, but it's a thing. Stun Bolt. Unless we turn these cards to hand, so we get our objective. Move back. You'll die to this. There's a power use. I think your play is Hasty Augmentation. I mean, you could Construction Pylon and get bots out, though. But is there a thing we can really Hasty Augment, though? Form the Mecha Knight! We're gonna get this next turn. Yeah. Actually, Unity should survive, right? At the end of your turn... oh, no, whenever your hero uses a power, they regain 1. So if you take this, you're dealt 1 irreducible, but if you're at 1 and you regain 1, you're at 1. Hashtag math. So we would want you to use, like, Construction Pylon then. So that you regain hit point. Then Hellion would then, you know, deal 1 damage to each hero target. That takes out B-Bot. B-Bot does 2 + 1 damage. Cursor's in your trash, isn't it? Of course it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this on. Kind of getting distracted by targets. I should only focus on OblivAeon, but platform bot, and let's do a second B bot. Alright, so that goes through. You hit B bot. B bot gets pissed. You hit B bot. B bot gets pissed. And that's all we can really do. But then you take out Hellion. Nope, you can't. Why not? Oh, because that damage was by Unity. That's why. Okay. Well, I'll still do this on Hellion, because then Grievous Hailstorm will take it out then, I guess. Stay there. Current objective is Last Wager. We're keeping Orchestrated Voice, so not swap, not trade. We could shuffle. We don't care about Last Wager. Incapability is draw card, use power, increase next damage. Regain is Chekhov's Hairdryer. I do want to regain that at some point, so I'll go ahead and do it now, even though I'm going to bolster allies. Because we need to get Orchestrate the Void. There it is. And then we galvanize. Inspiring Presence. So this is Virtuoso's card draw. One player may play a card, then one hero target deals one target 2 energy damage, then each hero target regains 2 hit points. Alright. We could do Inspiring Presence for hit points and extra things, but like, we could completely make the environment destruction from the devastation tokens inert, because he deals infernal damage with lead from the front and next evolution. We could all be immune to infernal damage. The question is, how many turns is it until there's too many devastation tokens? There's at most 3, but you could add devastation tokens at any time. So if I want to be able to do this, I kind of need to be able to play lead from the front and next evolution by the next play phase. And I would ideally have a legacy ring as well. So he needs a lot of plays for that to work. We do have some incaps that allow for plays. There's a play. That combo is still really good for his end of turn damage, yes. So we could still do it every round, right? But I need to get that set up earlier rather than later. So let's go ahead and have Legacy get lead from the front out, and that should, you know, keep Unity alive. Unless heroes deal themselves damage, in which case it's screwed. So who has the best damage right now? Primordial Boon, all the Sentinels have a +1. You have nothing. Apex of Humanity. Unity has a +1. Nothing there. Nothing there. So it's really either a Sentinel or Unity. And we don't have Nemesis, so it's just let's bring a new guy in, I guess. Here, all right, you were dealt damage. Deal that damage back. Okay. T-Rex bot, I think. Has to be T-Rex bot. We need that extra damage. We have to do over 100 damage in this next round. All right, these are all discards. These are all painful discards. All right, Mecha Knight is now active. This is not a drill. Mecha Knight is now active. New Jersey Devil tries to hit boss and fails. Boss tries to hit things and fails. Maerynian Refuge exists. Second Scion play phase does not exist. OblivAeon deals each target 2 and 2 and adds a devastation token. So environment distraction is happening this round. All right, so like, oh, hey, stun bolt, nice. So sure, he's immune to his own damage anyway. Lexi would take it, Virtuosos would take it. These are a bunch of question marks, but I think ultimately, okay, you could take your 0. I think everyone could take it. Everyone's pretty close to full except for Writhe, but Writhe is gonna probably play a card that doesn't care about being low. So I don't want to do no this turn now. I mean, I guess I could, right? I could do no this turn and then I could disable it from the exclamation or from the lightning bolt, or when I want it for the 5 damage end of turn. Retaliation. Retaliation. Like, I am not entirely certain whether we're going to get past this round or not. But you don't know until you know. Alright, go here. Clear. This probably needs to be redirected unless we want to waste a turn reviving Writhe, which we don't want to do. So it's absolutely not. This is not happening. And this is not happening unless we want to waste a turn getting another hero set up. The rest... Well, okay, this is happening too, because we don't want to lose a damage dealer. The rest can take it. Okay. Okay, 109 damage, go. I'm doing a great job following my dreams, believing in my heart, and relying on the power of friendship. All right, thanks for stopping by, Christopher. Hope you enjoyed the 3 hours of OblivAeon play. Hopefully we do end up winning, but if not, thank you for making it an excellent card game and for overall existing. I like people who do good things and exist, and you're one of them. No matter what, you believe in all of us. That was your first mistake. All right. So coordinated assault will deal 6 damage. So you're playing that. You're not retaking that. That's not going to do any better. You could take this on. But it does nothing, right? It's not going to progress us towards actual victory. But, I mean, shuffling it's not necessarily going to help us either. in-cap abilities, we have draw a card, destroy environment, redirect damage. I mean, damage redirection, like... Did we lose Chekhov's hairdryer, or where'd it go? I don't know where it went. Oh, right, it's here. We could redirect rise damage to OblivAeon. Redirect the next damage that would be dealt to a hero target to another target. It doesn't even have to be rise. It could be anyone. That's probably better than a power right now. Because Chekhov's hairdryer, although the problem is you don't have enough powers. You want to be able to do this +1, unless we lose the game otherwise. You need to be able to do this because the environment's going to be destroyed. And you need to have a legacy ring in order to do all these things. Yeah, Caligula's form could also do that redirect, but it costs a play here, and the play probably should be coordinated assault. Even if team communication gives me something, which it might not. I mean, there are things that have multiple sentinels dealing damage that might do more damage than coordinated assaults. There's also a power here, right? I could just throw jab Voss, right? Like, if he can't deal damage, that's better than trying to set up a 20-turn setup here, right? So if Wraith throw jabs Voss, that solves all our problems. Wraith doesn't have much else in the ways of damage dealing. She has a devastating Aurora that deals 3 and 3. But she could use her in-cap to have someone else use a power. So yeah, so I don't need to have this 20-turn setup here, right? So let's forego this. I played lead from the front. It did have use this turn, so that's fine. We didn't do extra waste there. But we do want to spend some actions here getting Legacy Ring, Chekhov's Hairdryer, Inspiring Presence, if we can. There's card play here. And there isn't card play there. But there is card play here, right? Has to be. No, there isn't. Shoot. There are not enough card plays. So how much damage is this going to do? 1 1 1 1 1. 3 ones or 5 ones. 5 ones. Each +1 is going to make that deal 5 more damage. So I guess if Galvanize isn't doing, if there's another power that deals more than 5 damage, I shouldn't try to, or card play that deals more than 5 damage, I shouldn't try to set that up. Where's my Gene-bound Shackles? I've not seen Gene-bound Shackles this entire game. Do you have card play? No. I do have power. In fact, powers could just go straight to Tempest right now anyway, right? 1 1 1 1 1, that's 10 damage right now. Damage right now. Yeah, a redirection is only going to deal at most 8 damage. Alright, it has to be power on Tempest. Okay, team communication first. We drew 3 of our signatures, and the one signature we didn't draw is the bad one. So even if we draw the one that searches our deck for a signature, it still sucks. All right, Dark Delusions. That's 4 and 5, which is 9. This is 5 plus 2, which is 7. So this is already better. So it's Dark Delusions. You get an extra power at your end. No, you don't. We didn't play that card. Never mind. We just get a +1. So So it has to be this. It has to be damage. So that's a 10 damage power. But there's also a card play. So I don't need next evolution, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about Legacy Ring. I would like to be able to use Chekhov's Hairdryer and Legacy Ring. But getting Legacy to use a Chekhov's Hairdryer is only going to deal 7 damage. Plus we lose Galvanize. If we do Inspiring Presence and Galvanize, that will deal... So Inspiring Presence will basically deal 5 damage off of Tempest's power. Galvanize will basically deal 5 damage off of Tempest's power. There's also, you know, card play here and damage dealing here. Which, technically, this is not actually 5. If I get this in early, though, if I get this in right now, this does more. But is that more valued than 10 damage? Do you have power here? Yeah, if we play Inspiring Presence, that will have this power deal 15 damage. If we do power, that's 20 damage. So if we can somehow profit 5 more damage between Unity and Wraith. Well, Wraith is going to throw jab. I mean, that's happening. That's not happening. So Inspiring Presence is going to turn us into 1 more. So we need 4 more damage off of Unity. Unity can Hasty Augment. Hasty Augment. Oh, right. Actually, instead of using this, we can use this. You can't hit yourself, otherwise you die. So you can't get another golem in play if you play that. We don't have the other cards that get golems in play. We don't actually have any other golem in hand right now anyway. But yeah, like Hasty Augment, the Mecha Knight with a Inspiring Presence, and that's 525 is 25 damage. We also get a power off of this. Whenever radiant damage is dealt to this card, you may play a card to use a power. So you also get a power, or not power, but play off of that. Actually, you can play a golem. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of mental gymnastics happening right now. I usually use that phrase in a derogatory way to describe people that are like trying to justify bad logic and thinking with, you know. But this is basically mental gymnastics right now. Like, what is best? Each individual action is such a careful thought because we are down to the wire. I can do 1 environment destruction. I cannot do 2 environment destructions because we only have 1 more set aside environment. And one of them's happening because Voss has no one in his battle zone. And I could theoretically just throw a hero over there to stop that, but it's just postponing the inevitable. Because OblivAeon's 3rd phase, he adds a devastation token every time he moves battle zones. So yeah, he's 1 away. We're not going to stop that from always being 1 away. Okay, so I feel like playing Inspiring Presence should do more than 10 damage right now. I think. So it has to be play a card, Legacy, Inspiring Presence. And then we're going to throat jab OblivAeon so that when he does destroy the environment, we don't get that damage. Right? It's OblivAeon dealing the damage. OblivAeon deals each target damage. Okay. This power does nothing, but I mean, it doesn't do nothing. It might actually produce damage as long as it's not irreducible, but yeah. All right, stay there. So we're doing an incap ability. One hero may use a power, but we also have a power here, and at the end of our turn, we can play a card to use a power then. So we have up to 3 other heroes using powers, or up to 3 powers from other heroes, because Unity can't use her power because she would die. That's 4 plus 1 plus 1 minus 1. Yeah, so this is also a play, and this is a play. Yeah, so we're getting 2 hasty augments plus use a power. So it's probably have a galvanize happen, even though, like, galvanize in terms of what Mecha Knight does is basically 5 damage. But it also affects other powers. It could affect Infinity Cannon if there's no other power we can use, which is probably the case. Because you have nothing, you only have your 2 damage power booned up, but I think it's use Incap, use Power, Legacy, Galvanize. It does expire the next turn, which sucks, but we will get a super hasty augment on Tempest out of it. This is 36, or this is 30 damage. Oh boy. Yes, that's the problem. We have to flip OblivAeon. We have to do enough damage to stop the countdown because we are at it. This is it. This is either the round that the game continues or the round where the game ends. But yeah, we at least have this. I don't think we have a redirect, but a redirect wouldn't make sense. And then you hit yourself and you'll survive it, but then we get a card play for another hasty augment. And we don't have another power that does multiple hits of small damage to a single target, so it's going to be Infinity Cannon. Okay. Oh, this is 3 targets? Okay, we can just take you out, I guess. I mean, should I have taken it out? Is this guy dealing damage? This card deals each Maerynian and hero target 2 damage. Yeah, no. Increased damage. Okay, yeah. That card is the reverse of Stormspeaker, I guess. Well, not really, but... No, the reverse of Squall Guard, actually. He's the anti-Squall Guard! Okay, yeah, that guy needed to go anyway. You go off, that's good. Extra damage is nice. You're gonna stay there. You have an incap ability that allows for a power. 1 hero may use a power. We don't have Galvanize up, but we still have Inspiring Presence, so this is still a 10 damage power. Now, Legacy only has draw card, use power, and increase next damage dealt by a target by 2. And this doesn't allow for a power. This is a card play. So it's going to be... have Tempest use his thing. Its thing. Use its thing. Oh, this is still active. Oh, it's pre-start of turn! Oh my gosh! Galvanize hasn't expired yet because it's pre-start of turn. Everything is awesome. All right. That did 10 more damage than expected. So actually, we're doing well. We're doing well. OblivAeon's gonna flee when we do too much damage. But that's probably fine. I can just let him come back to this battle zone. He's gonna do it anyway. So what happens on page 3? So, okay. Game's continuing. Whew. I was not sure if that was going to happen. We did have a lot of damage, but I wasn't sure if it was... Like, we had a lot of instances of damage. I wasn't sure if it was enough damage. Whew. All right. Yeah, when the countdown reaches 0, there's... I actually don't think I've had this happen when the countdown reaches 0 on page 3. OblivAeon erases a hero and their surroundings from existence. The hero with the lowest HP is removed from the game entirely, including all their cards, their character card, and even their rewards. Then an environment is removed from the game as per the rules in the Sign Reserve. Then the countdown circle moves to 1. I've not had a hero erased, but even if that were to happen, the environment is removed and we lose. At the end of OblivAeon's turn, OblivAeon moves the battle zone with most hero targets, then OblivAeon deals each target 3 infernal damage. And then at the end of each hero turn, top card of OblivAeon's deck is played. But while he's throat jabbed, he can't do anything to us. Okay. You don't have an in-cap that allows for card play. If we can play takedown, obviously that's great. So I guess the question is, how do we want this to happen? Do we want Tempest to try to follow OblivAeon? I think the answer is no, because you lose Galvanize and Inspiring Presence. So we're going to leave Tempest in Battle Zone 1 for a bit. What also happens? Each player in the game may draw a card. Okay. So there's a chance that you could then draw Genebound Shackles. Genebound Shackles would end the game. Like... Increase damage dealt by Tempest to the villain target with the highest HP by 2 with Mecha Knight Ultra Strike and the fact that there are no other Scions. I mean, there will still be a post game with Voss, but that's just the victory lap. I mean, not really. He does things, but yeah. Do I want to play Takedown right now, actually? I forget what I was thinking of. I guess I was thinking of Chekhov's Hairdryer. But Infinity Cannon is 1 less damage. But if I play Takedown now, and OblivAeon moves back to our battle zone, I don't care about anything. He can't play a card or deal damage. I mean, he'll deal damage after Throat Jab wears off, but if he can't play cards, he also can't deal damage. I mean, does he deal damage on his base card? Yeah, he deals each target 3 Infernal, but that's fine. I think it's Takedown. He also can't deal damage right now, so he won't deal damage when I play this. Could also play it off of this. We get a card draw off of this, though, so I kind of want to wait to see if we do get Genebound Shackles. But yeah, we're going to do Takedown. It's Takedown now, Takedown next turn. We don't have Galvanize. I guess it doesn't matter if we destroy OblivAeon on Tempest's turn or not. I mean, I guess the advantage is we get one more opportunity at it would allow for another opportunity at Genebound Shackles, but Genebound Shackles isn't necessary to win the game, right? It's just Genebound Shackles will basically have each instance of Mecha Knight do 10 extra damage. Yeah, we want that Galvanize. Get Heroic Interception off of that. And then Virtuosos gets us cards. Raptor Bot! That is not Genebound Shackles. Okay. One hero target deals one target 2 energy damage. That target could be Unity or Sentinels. They have the most damage increases. That would be 4 damage. I guess we could spend a turn. Oh, that's not the right card. Reclaim would be nice because then we could get Cursor back. Oh. Wait, where's Cursor? Oh. Cursor's here. Could also get Bloodstone back, but that's not that necessary. Okay, so we get 4 damage off of that. Can we get 7 damage off of another play? This deals 5 or 7 damage, right? We could play Raptorbot out of turn, but that doesn't do anything right now. This deals 6 damage, which is not good enough. Destroys environment cards, which there are none in play. Can we put OblivAeon on top of OblivAeon's deck? No. I guess Vicious Cyclone would be nice. Actually, if we get this set up out of turn, we would still be able to use it. Like, Vicious Cyclone with Galvanize once and Inspiring Presence once is dealing 9 damage by itself. And this happens at the start of the turn. So it actually would give him a card draw on the start of Tempest's turn. So I think we want that. Vicious Cyclone. Who wants to deal damage? We don't have Sentinel Tactics. I think we discarded Sentinel Tactics, so that's tragic. Let's have Mainstay deal this. Unity was down to 1, and I was pretty sure she was going out, and we kept her alive. We even moved her to the battle zone with Voss with 1 HP, and she stayed alive. Oh, that's crazy. All right, stay here. I mean, we could actually, until the start of your next turn, reduce damage dealt to non-character cards by 2. Can we get Stealthbot so we can, make this game even more ridiculous? No. Getting an extra Galvanize? Because we have extra damage this round, so, getting an extra Galvanize is going to, basically pay itself. I want to, take more objectives. I want to get OblivAeon Shard, but that's not happening. Ooh, OblivAeon's actually going to destroy the other battle zone. Right? When does he move back to the other battle zone? At the end? At the end, yeah. So the Voss is going to put this up to 12. He's going to hit OblivAeon. OblivAeon's going to destroy the battle zone, dealing 20 irreducible damage to Voss. And then OblivAeon plays a card and moves to this battle zone, and he can't deal damage. So it's actually ideal for him to destroy the other battle zone, because then he could hit Voss. When Voss flips, he only regains... Oh, he regains 50. Wait, what's his max? 90? So if he's below 40, then we actually profit. But yeah. Yeah, it's in cap to get powers. This is the end game. We're not going to get any more rewards. We're going to make use of what we currently have. Okay, so how many galvanizes? 2 plus Inspiring Presence. So we just have to discard 2 cards for this to happen. So goodbye, Elemental Subwave. You're not doing me anything. I guess I could put out Localized Hurricane in case I don't draw Genebound Shackles, because we have nothing else for Tempest to do this turn. Could also just play Aquatic Correspondence and draw 3 cards off that, so that's probably better. I don't foresee him playing all of these things, so let's get rid of all lightning and then stop. And we have done it! We have survived! We got another Throat Jab. So another round of OblivAeon not dealing damage. That is not Genebound Shackles. OblivAeon is in the first battle zone. There are no other targets here. Let's Aquatic Correspondence. Did not draw Gene Bound Shackles. Does T-Rex bot do forcible damage? May. Okay, thank God. Don't do that. Not Gene Bound Shackles. Don't damage a darn thing. Alright, Unforgiving Wasteland, New Jersey Devil, and Amphibious Chupacabra. Hey, he's actually going after OblivAeon. Good job, New Jersey Devil. You exist. Devastation token. Those scions are moved. He damages OblivAeon. We've already dealt 16 damage to OblivAeon and it wasn't even us. Deal each target damage, destroy an ongoing card. Okay. Not the worst. Stealth is used up. Unity survives. That's the main consequence of this. We'll heal this back up with Virtuosos. Oh my gosh, we have to destroy an ongoing card. Grievous Hailstorm is not being used anymore. And the Sentinel's HPs are screwed up again. Final Wasteland has been removed from the game. Move OblivAeon to the other battle zone. No way! Okay. Can we do this? Stay here. Can you utilize this? No. Because you have a power off that. That power is going to be probably... see, here's the thing. How much damage is this right now? There's 3+1s. So this is 20 damage right now. If I do a Galvanize... can I make up the 20 damage with that Galvanize? That's a bit more of a question. Because it's between me and Wraith and Unity, and Wraith is going to throat jab and doesn't have another play. Although she does have a power. That power would be to Tempest. Tempest would then deal 30 damage versus 25. So that's 5 damage there, 1 damage here, that's 6. Coordinated Assault, unless we get another thing that deals a lot of damage, but that's only 1 more damage. This is 1 more damage. We don't have enough instances of damage to justify another Galvanize, so I think it's just use Mechanite. Whew. So team communication. Medico and Writhe. Dealing damage is probably best. That's 14. And then Idealist hits. All right. Stay there. Stay there. Incap. Power. Tempest. Mechanite. Okay. So let's throat jab boss again. And stealth because you have nothing else to do. Or neglecting Wraith. But throat jab basically makes Wraith worth it. GG. Migrant P's already on GG mode. Alright. Incap is power. I mean, that's one nice thing about having all these hero incaps is that we're more likely to get hero may use a power or hero may play a card, which allows us to double and triple up on super effects, which is the one benefit of having hero incaps. The detriment is that we're not getting more rewards, but you know, certainly we're at the point where we don't need those rewards, right? The only reward that would probably help would be OblivAeon shard, but would only provide a +1. Okay. Brainstorm would deal 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. 2 + 1 + 1 + 1. This allows you to get golems in play. Well, you have Raptorbot. There are 2 in play. This would count as 1, so 3. This would deal 3 + 1 is 4, + 1 + 1 is 6. That's better than... Also, you would use a power, so Unity would gain a hit points. I think that's probably it. Because you're not really digging for anything. You don't have any other cards that would make sense. So discard a card. Guard. You have golems in your trash, you do. Oh. Supply crate, I guess you got lots of cards. I guess you could also play that with Sarah. The reward is the friends we made along the way. Play card. I guess you could play Platform Bot now, so that was decent then. Does that do enough damage right now? 4 + 1 is 5, + 1 + 1 is 7. 3 + 1 + 1 + 1, or not +1 + 1 + 1, but +1 + 1. 1 + 1 + 2 + 1, or 1 + 2 + 1 + 1. Well, even if it was 1 + 2 + 1 + 1. Okay. Rhinek Calvas is still in the game, by the way. Okay. So it's the victory lap. So does Throat Jab carry over to Voss? Vicious Cyclone carried over to Voss. He is OblivAeon. Rhinek Calvas cannot deal damage. Alright, he cannot deal damage, he cannot play cards. Whenever an environment target enters play, it deals each target 4 melee damage, then add a devastation token, and this card regains 9 hit points. Can we just beat him before that point? We can, right? Like, we just do it. Okay, stay there. Incap. Power. The question is just, I mean, oh no, your play phase is takedown. Guess the question is, what is better? You can't have Tempest use a power any other means, and that's 10 damage. I think this is what we decided last time, and I think it still makes sense. Oh, right, because it's still pre-start of turn, so we get to benefit off of the start of turn hasn't happened yet thing. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay. Takedown was destroyed. Takedown enters play. Galvanize. Motivational charge. Virtuosos give us restorative burst. Impromptu invention. Welcome to the game, Wraith. Supply crate. Fortitude. An electrical storm. That electrical storm will deal not a lot of damage. Still a power here to get another galvanized. Getting that before Vicious Cyclone would be really good. Card play, that makes sense. I mean, would this would be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus... Yeah, this is basically 4 damage. It's not going to be as good as other things, right? So what card play would do it? What is the best card play? Just play the best cards, duh. That's a lot of damage. I think it's Horrifying Dichotomy. We want to end this before there's another turn, right? So there's not another opportunity to play Horrifying Dichotomy. I guess it's only 12 damage, but still better than the other options we had. Give a damage to someone who wants it. Unity as a +1. Okay, stay there. Incap. Galvanize. Hockey game is also going to overtime. So you're saying that that this game was faster than your hockey game. Whew, okay. So Lightning Slash does straight up damage. There's nothing else that would be better. The game started an hour earlier. Okay, fine. Alright, this is 15 damage? No, it's 20 damage. Okay. So T-Rex Bot wins the game. My kingdom for Gene-Bound Shackles. Oh man, if that were Gene-Bound Shackles, I would have been so happy. Alright, so... let me get set up for this. Why is this not on my full screen source? Display the Spire is on my full screen source. Where is it? Where's Sentinels? There's Sentinels. Alright, there it is. Did that so that I wouldn't have to fiddle here. There it is. Actual GG with the credits loaded with environments and heroes. Let's go. sacrifices of heroes were not in vain, and the lost timelines will be remembered. You have defeated OblivAeon and saved the multiverse. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The end of phase 2 was definitely a big, intense round. I mean, like the last 2 rounds of phase 2, because we were piling up as much damage as we could on OblivAeon. Technically, we did kind of sidetrack to the thingamabobber that gave us the thingamabobber, but I mean, I think it ultimately ended up working. It allowed us to get extra card plays off of Unity, maybe. I mean, it did damage, did card plays. I don't think it necessarily made or break it, but it definitely helped. Jeez. And I do love the fact that we had Unity all but written off with 1 hit point in a battle zone with Rhynek Kelvas, and somehow she survived and ended up helping out a lot with the power plays. I don't remember what the names are. That Scion Explode turn was the turning point. Empyrean is the MVP. Yes, we had to be very careful with how we dealt with the Scions. They got way too many Scions early in the game. I think that's what made this really rough, because it was just 1 Scion in both battle zones. It's a lot easier to manage, but they started with 3 Scions, like, and after like OblivAeon's second turn or Scion's second turn or something, like there were 3 Scions in 1 battle zone. We were kind of ignoring that battle zone as well, so we're getting a lot of devastation tokens that way. But we got 2 environments destroyed from devastation tokens, 1 environment destroyed from the countdown. We couldn't remove the shield in time in phase 1, but we tried. We really tried. It's just that they kept screwing things up. And actually, T-Rex Bot, to be fair, also screwed things up. He destroyed too many environment targets for us. But OblivAeon kept changing battle zones anyway, so I don't know if that mattered. But yeah, it was a rough first phase. And second phase, it took a while for us to actually get to the point where we could focus on OblivAeon. We had to take out all the Scions in a way, but we managed to mitigate that storm, keep everyone alive. Legacy was also someone that was written off, by the way, but we kept them alive with the Brother Sacrifice, I think. No, Bloodstone. He had Bloodstone. Did we have Brother Sacrifice? No, we didn't have Brother Sacrifice this game. But we did have Bloodstone that put Legacy from 1 hit point up to max hit points, and then we were able to have him take the attacks that would have destroyed Unity. And yeah, I made fun of Wraith, but Wraith did throat jab OblivAeon the last 2 rounds, and with that, we were able to just completely ignore him. Legacy's takedown also allowed us to completely ignore him, but if you were also to deal damage, I mean, granted, phase 3 damage is a lot less than phase 2 damage, but still. And of course Tempest, but really it was more the Mechanite Ultra Strike. Like, it didn't matter who had the Mechanite, just that person used Mechanite. And ideally Tempest would have had Genebound Shackles, so it'd be an even better target for Mechanite, but that never happened. We never drew it. At least it didn't end up in Legacy's play area, because Legacy with Mechanite would be a lot harder to manage, although he could use Legacy Ring in that instance. But I don't know. I was really hoping to be able to use Golem Unity a lot better in this game. We did bring her out because we're like, hey, there's Cursor, and yeah, free card plays. But I think we were only able to use it like once, and it was after Cursor was already gone. I don't even remember if it was for a thing that made sense, but I think we used it once. Jeez, we lost so many heroes. We lost 13 heroes. 3 environments were destroyed. 13 heroes were lost, to the point that this is a scroll. Started with the Prime Wardens. Prime Wardens are all gone. We finished with Tempest. That was what I said in chat. That's fitting that we ended with Tempest when we started with the Prime Wardens. But a win is a win, exactly. And it wasn't an asterisk win, although technically there was a bug that happened in the first round. We end of dazed an objective and it was gone forever. But hey, turn 1 end of days also kind of made things harder, I guess, because we couldn't really set up in the right battle zone. Anyway, you know, a bajillion factors that went wrong in the first phase, and we were able to salvage it in the end. Thank you all for watching. Oh, the Cyclone isn't supposed to stay by Voss. So it is an asterisk. Asterisk queen! Anyway, thank you for watching. That was a sort of a marathon stream, only 3 hours and 50 minutes this time, but OblivAeon matches are always marathons. That's why I do them in a single stream as opposed to trying to double it up with Spirit Island or some nonsense. Watch the other streams they have on this channel. On Deck is on hiatus. If you missed the season finale they did on Monday, you should watch it. It was a really good stream. Lots of fun things happening there. Every Tuesday is Handelabra Live with John and sometimes Jeremy, two of the leads of Handelabra that like to demo content before it is publicly available. Thursdays and eventually will be Fridays in 2 weeks when the fall semester starts. But actually, let me just give you a bit more information. Next week, 13th, and then the 20th. We have 2 more Thursday dives, and then we're going to move to Fridays. Anyway, we'll be doing Dolphin's Dive, where we do strategically minded streams trying to play these Handelabra products with as much strategery as possible. We like to play Sentinels of the Multiverse and Spirit Island in one stream, and then One Deck Dungeon and Aeon's End in other streams, alternating between weeks. Last month was a bit of a sidetrack as we focused on One Deck Dungeon Gauntlet, but we'll try to get back on track for this month. And I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next week, but you'll find that information when I go live because I put it in the title. Every Saturday is Spirit Island Saturdays with me and John, and usually some other guests accompanying us as well. That's also going to slightly change as we go into the fall semester. I will be going more into an off and on thing with that. Probably every other week I'll appear on the Spirit Island Saturdays, but again, that's not just yet. That's in September. But we do Spirit Island on Saturday. And then Sunday is Tales from the Archive with another letdown who likes to do storytelling Sentinels and some thematic challenges. Sentinels of the Multiverse, One Deck Dungeon, Bottom of the Ninth, Aeon's End, and Spirit Island are available on Steam, and not Spirit Island, but the other ones are available on iOS and Android devices. Spirit Island will hopefully be on iOS and Android devices. I believe Handelabra did promise they would be available on iOS and Android devices, or at least mobile devices, by the end of the year, so you can look forward to that then. But until then, have a good night. Thank you all for watching, and let's put some outgoing music again, as always, just OblivAeon. All right, have a good night, everyone.